to your point, I mean, it's fascinating that the regular season has been so dominated by the Bills in this series.
Jeff, Drew Butler here. It seems like whenever these two teams match up, the point spread is about 1.5 or 2.5.
Yep.
Any given side, no different today as the Chiefs are the 2.5-point favorite up there in Buffalo. You mentioned that Kansas City is clicking on all cylinders. Who would you give the edge to, the offense or the defense at this point in the season?
The final whistle has blown. The game is final. But we're not done yet. This is Green Bay Game Night, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher and former Badger and Packer Gary Ellerson, here's Emmy Award-winning Homer.
I'll let Tausch lead with it. The Packers lose to the Carolina Panthers 16-13. Tucker Kraft, his health, more important than the winter loss. Sprained MCL, someone said, but we don't know for sure. He always leads with his opening statement. He is Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Then we will get to your phone calls. Packers lose 16-13. Take it away, Tausch.
About as disappointing a loss as I've seen in the regular season in the Matt LaFleur era, I would say it was today. And I felt all week this was, let's just go be a pro. Let's see if this team has grown up. And for whatever reason, they didn't today. You could say weather. I didn't think this was going to be a super easy win. I just thought we're better. We're at home. You don't lose these games. And everything kind of had to fall Carolina's way in order for them to win, and they did. So I want to give Carolina credit, but I also want to say from Matt LaFleur, the game plan going into it, and from Jordan Love's perspective, and the fact that Tucker Kraft was injured, I thought was a huge difference maker. But we didn't play good enough to win. We just played a sloppy. This reminded me of a game at the end of last season. It kind of reminded me of the Bears game a little bit. They don't deserve to win. They still have a lot of growing up to do. If this team wants to be as good as we saw it was in the second half last week against Pittsburgh, and a team that we felt like in the first 2 weeks of the season, they are not that team on a consistent basis. They are a flash team of that good. Outside of that, they are an inconsistently good football team. And that gets you beat against average teams sometimes. The great teams don't lose games like that today. They don't. Not at home. And it's pretty disappointing, and I think most Packer fans are going to put this at Matt LaFleur's footstep. They're going to put it at Jordan Love. And you can look at the offensive line as well. But I also would say, where was our defensive line today? Bryce Young didn't get sacked, I don't believe. They're bouncing O-linemen in and out. So all in all, I'm very disappointed in the fact that you didn't trap game, whatever. I expected this team to grow up and win a game in just a professional. We don't need to be at our best. We were not. We didn't even we probably played below a C game, and that allows you to lose to average football teams, and that's what we saw today. So just an incredibly disappointing day watching the Green Bay Packers, and that is my opening statement.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur proved again that as far as clock management, he's just the worst. He needs an assistant. You don't kick the field goal with 11 minutes to go, and you have, 8 yards to go, and you have all these injured players. You don't have your offense. What the hell are you thinking? And he uses a timeout, which they could have used at the end of the game. No one does it worse than he does. No one. I don't know. I don't know where it comes up. All right, you explain to me how and why you go for it. I know they went for it on 4th and 4. Now it's 4th and 8. You have all these people hurt. It's in... And he's had other
Homer,
games where it's come up, and it hasn't cost them.
Yeah.
This time it cost them.
So I don't mind if you're at 4th and 2 or less and you just don't feel like your offense is going to get down in the red zone. Your offense today moved the football. You just stunk in the red zone.
Right.
You couldn't do it. So that was a no-brainer to me when it was 4th and 8.
Explain to me what he's thinking. Just help me out.
I think he's thinking, I don't know how many more possessions. Because Carolina had possessed the ball so well, I think he was thinking, I don't know if we're going to get another crack to tie this game. That's what I think he was thinking. Because how much time was left
to go?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was 6 or 7 minutes.
No, I'll
11
go back.
minutes.
Let me get the exact time.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're accurate on that. I'll say this. I think a lot of times everybody is trying to kind of keep up with the Joneses when it comes to going for it on 4th down. Not every 4th down attempt is smart and aggressive. That made no sense.
4th and 8 at the 13 with exactly 11 minutes to go.
No doubt that was a brutally bad decision by Matt LaFleur. You make that decision, I don't know if it cost you the game or if we'd still be watching overtime. I don't know. I do appreciate, by the way, I thought Greg Olsen was fantastic today. He points out things, taking the football first so that you get the wind to make that kick at the end of the game. That was smart. LaFleur deciding to take the penalty on that dance touchdown penalty from Dowdle and let him miss that extra point, and then not going for it on 2. I know some people are like, go for it. You don't want to give Carolina opportunity to be super aggressive and go if you would go up 14-13. So I thought LaFleur did some smart things in that. I know when you kind of look back at it, not doing it and forcing Canales' hand at the end. But, yeah, you have to take points in that spot. I don't know what his explanation after the game is going to be. He wants to be really aggressive. He wants to always be able to say he's going to err on the side of aggressiveness, but that made no sense, and it ended up hurting his football team today.
And I want to emphasize, as I've said this about him before, it is game time management. If Tucker Kraft is in the game, the decision isn't nearly half as bad as he is. Is he incapable of adjusting? It's like, well, I have a play. It'll work. Well, half your team didn't make the game. Doesn't matter. That's the play I run.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't. I'm incapable of comprehending it. I don't know what he can think.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if maybe he lost confidence in McManus with the field goal. I don't know. Those are questions
that. They were on the 13-yard line.
Homer, I'm trying to give you. Okay. You asked me why he would do it.
I apologize. It's not.
I'm trying to tell you what might go in. Somebody will ask him, and he'll give you answers. And whether or not you're going to like them, I don't know. It made no sense. This game, you played right into Carolina's hands.
The quarterback is
let them
horrible.
Run the football.
He is so bad. The interception, McKinney wasn't even there. It was like the guy threw the ball so far away from where it was, and we saw again.
Well, let's not, and also, Homer, Jordan Love was not good today.
No, I stand by my statement. You can't trust him. You never know when he's going to go goofy.
We are very fortunate on that 4th and 8 when he threw that pick. That should have been a 100-yard touchdown return the other way.
Yes.
If Carolina's guy could catch it. So,
and the pass that was intercepted, there were 3 guys back there. The guy who intercepted the pass, I don't think he was just playing center field. There were 2 other guys guarding Watson.
No, he made some decisions today that I don't understand what he was looking at. And I think Greg Olsen said he just throw it up and let him go make a play. Yeah, if it's 1-on-1.
Right.
You can't do it. He threw it into triple coverage, and then I don't know what he was doing on the 4th and 8. I don't know. You'll have to ask him. But today was another example of if you want to be on the Steve the Homer True Rex Ryan train of, he's good when he's really good, but when he's not good, you can't trust him.
Because he came back and got the touchdown at the end of the game.
I just want to make sure I'm crystal clear. I still, because I've gotten texts, and I'm sure there's going to be calls and tweets and everything else about Jordan Love.
I still believe you can win a Super Bowl with him. Hasn't changed.
I think Jordan Love. Let me tell you this: like, if you're asking me if I want Bryce Young over Jordan Love, get that blank out of here. Like that's not. I don't even. That's an insult.
I want you over Bryce Young. That's why to give up
Bryce
that big
Young
run at the end of the game blew me away.
But he made a few plays, and I don't know how we didn't get home at all on him.
Yep.
Because Carolina's O-line is beat up. It was Homer. It just was everything that you needed to happen. Went
by the
wrong,
way,
and that's
this
the
is
only
really
way
important.
Green Bay was
Detroit's going to lose to the Vikings, so that's a push. Well, it's about one of the division.
Not all losses, but the Detroit. I think what we're learning is if you don't come out ready to play, and you don't put out your best effort, anybody can beat you. We saw it.
Even McCarthy,
the
they didn't want to play for a month.
What's that?
They didn't want to play McCarthy for a month, right? Isn't that what everybody believed, that he really wasn't that hurt?
Yeah, that's what a lot of folks thought, and give credit to him. He found a way. He found a way to get it done up in Detroit. I don't think anybody was going to pick Detroit to beat Minnesota with that, and I'm sure nobody picked. I saw on our little thing, nobody picked Green Bay to lose to Carolina. You can't just roll your hat out and think because you're at home you can win. The league is too competitive. And Carolina, you tip your cap to them because they found a way to come into Lambeau, muck the game up, play a slow play, and Green Bay's defense, while they got the one turnover, they didn't make enough behind the line of scrimmage plays to force and help Green Bay's struggling red zone offense out. And Carolina did just enough to get it done, and kudos to them.
And kudos for changing the running back. Dowdle is I have Hubbard on my team. Dowdle is good. And they don't win the game without him. Because Young's horrible.
Yeah, and does that worry? Does this worry you that we can't stop the run? I'm not worried about that. That does not come into my mind. But
what worries me is this team is fragile because their head coach is fragile, and you just hope they get on a run. They got the players. They got enough players, but the team's reflective of their head coach. And
when you say fragile, What exactly are you saying when you say that the head coach is fragile?
You can't count on anything. They're soft, and so they're capable. I mean, look at they've lost to Cleveland and Carolina. And yet, on the other hand, it would be fitting for LaFleur to beat Philly next week. But you can never count on him. And then the problem with that is you get in the playoffs and you don't have enough games where you can't count on them. So this is what I said at the beginning. They're good, but are they good enough? Well, this was. I mean, there are bad plays in games, and then you look at this and go, "Come on." But anyway,
so Homer,
I haven't lost. I said this before. I haven't lost. I still think they're capable of and the standard to me is to get to the NFC Championship game.
Well. I don't know if Philly's off this week or if they play later. You said it. Detroit lost. This is going to be a scramble. There's 6 or 7 teams in the NFC that are good enough to go to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Green Bay is one of those. I thought that we were a really good home team, and we still needed to mature into becoming a good road team. Today shows me we still have a long way to go because this is the game we have no business losing, and we just got beat. So,
the Eagles
this team's got a long way to go.
The Eagles they were off, so they're not playing. They're resting. So, all right, we have people lined up. We'll get to the calls for Mark Tauscher. Packers lost 16-13. Next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You got to go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family. Caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
Why settle for just a job when you can have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Mega Milwaukee new car dealer members have service technicians, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam member new car dealer.
For current great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com/jobs. That's ADAMM.com/jobs.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Green Bay game day. The Packers now still have the same lead in the division because the Lions lost to the Vikings. The Packers have now lost at home to Carolina and to the Browns. And they're still leading the division. Let's go to all the callers for Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Sugar-free. You're on Green Bay game disaster.
Yep. LaFleur again. Sent you that, Homer. Less than 11 minutes.
Exactly 11 minutes.
Oh, my. 11 minutes. Come on, LaFleur. 8 yards? You can't even get it to the yard marker on third down.
Again, he refuses to consider the situation. There's no situation. This is 4th and 8, and I got to play. You're missing people, and in this game, he is brain dead to what is going on in the game when he makes his decision, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You're 100% correct, Homer. You're all over this, Homer. So, but the thing on our passing attack, if you look at our passing, both you, think about what I'm about to say.
Here we go.
Every time Jordan goes back, other than a screenplay, the ball doesn't get out of his hands to a receiver cutting, a crossing pattern, anything. It's all this little, he's going back and he's looking, and then he throws it out to Dobbs. Dobbs is never a quick throw. They need to get some quick throws, get the West Coast offense in it. They did
that on the last series. They did that on a lot more on the last series. It seemed like I'll defer to Towns.
Still, the ball does not get out of the ball. It does not. The receiver, like on third down, on the third down play, over to the right side, there were 3 receivers. All you have to do is just throw it to him quick. There's 3 receivers. There was like 2 defenders off them. I mean, come on. I mean, they need to get the ball out of their hands. And now the defense, you don't adjust. You don't know that they're going to run. Homer, again, you're 100% correct. Their quarterback is garbage. So how do you not stop the run when every run was inside? Inside run, inside run, inside run, inside run, inside run, inside run.
Okay. I got to let you go, Sugar-Free, unless Tausch has a question for you because they're lined up.
A lot of inside runs. The Shugs, you still believe in? You still believe, even with this bad home loss, 13 wins, whatever it's going to be, you still believe in?
Where is Gary? I have Tausch. Where's Gary? Where's Gary? If they're gonna be on Parsons, where's Gary? Where is he? And if they're not going to get to the quarterback. If they're not going to get to the quarterback, why did they put their defensive ends inside? I mean, you got to stop the run first, right?
25 carries, 130 yards. The play of the game, he had a 19-yard run.
Yep.
2nd and 10 at the 50. Yep. Now they did. I
believe, but they better get their butts going. They better beat Philly. Yeah. They better have a statement game next week.
Yeah, I'll take this loss if they beat Philly. I'm okay with that. I'll take the swap. Tausch, will you take the swap?
Yeah, it's a good swap. Now, I don't like handing games out that you should win, and it's just so hard. And I get it, man. You're going to have days like this. We had one in Cleveland. The Dallas game was a little bit of a different deal. So, yes, and my guess is, and I think there's going to be a lot of fans that feel this way, Matt LaFleur will have his guys cranked up. Philly's going to be a monster Monday night game. A lot of things on the line. And if Green Bay wins that, they'll be the heavy favorites because it's, Philly is right there. You'll have that tiebreaker. So, yes, you take that swap all day.
Sugar-Free, thanks for the call.
Do you think they're going to run the ball? Do you think they're going to run the ball next week?
Philly?
Philly.
Yes.
Philly.
All right, let's see. Let me check see how many runs.
Philly has not. Saquon has not run it well this year, boys. It's not last year.
Well, they will against the Packers if they don't do something, Tausch.
Okay. I don't know. Dowdle ran it well. Hubbard didn't do jack against us.
Yeah, because they replaced him. They picked Dowdle, head coach. I'm going with Dowdle. He's better, and he is better.
No doubt.
So that was another key decision. So the Packers, 2 losses. They've scored 10 and 13 points against Cleveland. And Carolina came in 20th in the league. 21st in points given up. See, this is why I don't do yards versus points, because I believe the Packers had 100 more yards. And if you don't get in the end zone, the yards aren't worth as much. Packers had
you can't fumble in the red.
369.
You have to take points when there's 11 minutes left on the clock and it's 4th and 8. You just shot yourself in the foot, and that's why I think if you want to look at it from the perspective of was it Carolina that did it? Carolina deserves credit, as I've said, but Green Bay just left a lot out there.
Packers lose 16-13, but the Lions also lost to the Vikings. So the division lead is the same. That should make you feel better because it's all about winning the division. Doesn't mean you feel good, but you should feel a little better or more than that. And now it all depends on when we get the doctor's word on Tucker Kraft. We'll pass that along as well. More questions for Mark Tauscher next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Ready for the snap, and a timeout taken. The team looks a little bit lost. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, the winning play is simple. A whole house of new windows as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no interest. A championship move from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
No doubt, Wayne. And unlike the opponent's defense, Pella Windows actually stopped the draft.
The draft picks we gave up for number one had to be the steal of the century.
True, but I'm talking about replacing old drafty windows.
Roger that. With energy-efficient windows that keep the cold out, you'll stay as toasty as a fan at a warm weather preseason game.
Pay as low as $297 a month for a whole house of new Pella windows.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today.
Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. Call the Carbless Talk and Text Line, 800-990-3776.
The Chicago Bears are now tied for second. They had a 58-yard pass with 17 seconds left for a touchdown right after the Bengals score. The Bears up 47-42. There's 17 seconds left. Joe Flacco for Cincinnati, 457 yards, 4 touchdowns, and they're going to lose. Wow. And, of course, Minnesota with the quarterback, everybody said they faked an injury so he couldn't play. McCarthy led them to a win over Detroit. So the Packers' division lead is the same as it was going into this weekend.
But, Homer, I don't know. Again, this stuff's all speculative, but I just saw Rob Domofsky tweet out, and I'm sure you saw this from Matt LaFleur's press conference, and he said that the Tucker Kraft injury is not looking good. And when you typically hear that
ACL.
When you said sprained MCL, I thought, great. That's a couple of weeks. That's, unfortunately, I know the knee very well. But if he is saying it's going to be tough to replace Tucker Kraft, I mean, I'm just reading again from Rob Domofsky.
You're reading out for the year.
That his knee injury does not look good. And Rob said that's code for season ending. There's more tests to come tomorrow. If something major, if Tucker Kraft is out for the year, I think my mindset changes as far as where I think this team.
Oh, it does, huh? So does mine. Yes.
Tucker Kraft, I don't know today if it was if there was a let's get Romeo Doubs the football type of deal, because it felt like we were targeting him a ton. Golden goes out. If Tucker Kraft is unavailable the rest of the season, this offense, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist for you. It's just not going to be as good. You're taking the best tight end off the field, a dominant playmaker for you, your go-to guy, and if you take him off the field, boy, oh boy, I just don't know if we're going to be able to overcome that.
Yeah, it limits how good they could be.
Is it limit? Do you think they could still win the division if he's not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I wouldn't bet on it. Wouldn't bet much.
Well, then how much do you believe?
A little.
He's just so. I mean, he's so important.
Yes.
To what we do.
In terms of being
I'm just
great,
devastated if
in terms of being great, season's over. They cannot be great.
I hope that's not the case. Well, we always hold out hope until you hear and see a scan and everything else, but I don't like the initial response from Matt LaFleur on that at all. That is a big time. That is a bigger bummer to me than the actual loss.
Yeah, 10 times worse. All right, let's go to Jay in Alabama. You're on the worst post-game show of the season. Way worse than even Cleveland. At home, and now Tucker Kraft's future this season is in doubt. Yes, Jay.
Yeah, if that's what comes to fruition with Tucker Kraft, clearly that's the biggest loss of this day. Such a bummer, because he is what epitomizes Green Bay Packer football. I mean, he's as solid as they get. Disappointing loss, but not really that surprising if you're a follower of the Packers. This is sort of who the Matt LaFleur-led Packers are. I've not been a believer in LaFleur, for a long time, and you guys have heard me say that when I call the show. And I hear, Taos has said multiple times and probably still does believe that, they can win a Super Bowl with LaFleur. I do think they are talented enough to go to the Super Bowl. This is a very talented team. Kraft puts a dent in that, but there's still a lot of players there. But I don't think they're coached well enough to go. They're a sloppy team.
Hey, Jay, what is your biggest complaint about Matt LaFleur?
Well, I would have several. There are many times that I don't feel like they're ready to play. They are so, and I don't know if it was you or Homer, or maybe it was the telecast. It was talking about how, and I think it was you, Taos, that said they're consistently inconsistent. Well, we are all creatures of habit. Now, please don't confuse what I'm fixing to say with what I'm talking about here. I coach ball for a living. Am I an NFL coach? By no means. But I do coach ball with a guy that coached in the NFL for a long time, and I coach ball with a bunch of guys that coach college ball for a long time. And we all say the same things. We're all creatures of habit. And after the first couple of minutes of kickoff, when the adrenaline wears off, the habits that you have created throughout the week are what's going to take over. And what we see in the games too many times with the Packers is just inconsistent play, which makes me think the practices can't be that good. And then you just watch the game. There's no rhythm, with the offense whatsoever. And I just think to myself, I truly believe there are a lot of playmakers out there on the field, but we just can't seem to get them the ball. Not talking about today, because we had some guys out, but earlier in the year, even last week, I see Bo Melton on the field for the offense, and I'm thinking, like, where's Bo Melton in the game on offense? First of all, we were so bad in the secondary we had to move to defensive back. When Bo Melton was a full-time wide receiver, he had one game in his career that was noteworthy against the Vikings on Thanksgiving. Other than that, he's never been a factor. But we want to run plays to get Bo Melton the ball. Again, not today, but it's happened in the past. I just have a lot of complaints with LaFleur. I agree with
Hold on,
Homer.
we got to interrupt. Will, what do you got here?
Just coming across from Ian Rappaport, the fear heading into the MRI is that Tucker Kraft tore his ACL, a source said.
Which is kind of what Rob Demoski.
Yeah, no, that's the fear. Yeah. Oh boy, that sucks.
So now we go from it's not good to the fear to us all assuming that's the reality.
Yeah.
By the way, since 1990, a home favorite of 13.5 points wins the game 89% of the time. Now.
Jay, you want to finish up with what your last thought?
Well, I appreciate you guys taking the call. I really do. And I know you got a lot to get to. I'll finish there. I hate to hear that about Tucker Kraft. I really do. That's such a bummer for a tremendous football player and tremendous, seems like a high character. Just epitomizes who Green Bay should be. I hate to hear that for the guy. But, guys, I appreciate you taking my call. Enjoy the show.
Thanks.
You bet.
Keep calling in. More questions from Mark Tauscher, and I guess we'll wait for the but we'd all be more surprised if it's not a torn CL for
Homer,
Tucker
how
Kraft.
many I think, unfortunately, when LaFleur said that, my heart skipped, a little bit, just because you kind of know that, as Rob's been around a long time, that's kind of coded language to say that you're not going to say it because you're not a Twitter doc, but how many Packer fans believe in Matt LaFleur as the head coach? What percentage?
Well, the question that I asked you is, by saying believe, what do you mean? I think people believe in him. But the question,
championship with Matt LaFleur.
Can you win a Super Bowl with Matt LaFleur?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the question.
I have less faith in him than in Goody or Jordan Love. So with the proper things, I think it's possible, but I've pretty much said from the beginning that no, but I think he has a better core and chance because of that. Do you think you can win a championship with him?
What if we pulled this?
Okay.
Well, no, I don't know if I want to do this
today. It's going to be brutal today.
Yeah, we'll give it a day. But I do wonder who you trust more. It just felt like today, the way the game was going, everybody is so down on LaFleur.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. I understand why. There were mistakes made. The field goal, not kicking a field goal, and on 4th and 8 was, I don't know what his explanation is going to be. During a commercial break, I'll listen to the presser to see if he addresses it. But, the Tucker Kraft news is just brutal. I really think that hurts this offense in ways we don't have any clue. I don't know what we're going to do, run blocking and securing the edge. We pull Tucker Kraft. He's such a good player out of he is such a yak guy. He is just a difference maker. And when you pull him out of the equation, Musgrave can do some things, but You're not going to be able to do the things you want to do on offense. You're going to have to adjust how you approach things at the tight end position. Now, if indeed this Tucker Kraft report is true.
Flush it or flesh it. Gordon Flesh Company next. The Packers lose to Carolina 16-13, and I tweeted it that it meant 1/10 as much as Tucker Kraft, and it's looking like he will not play the rest of the season. Next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Homer here for Window Nation's end-of-the-year sale. This November, you'll save big with 50% off all window styles, plus you could get 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills and come with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Don't miss out on 50% off and 0 interest for 5 years. Visit windownation.com to get started.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
I'm the guy that never gives 5 stars because I never believe that anything is perfect. But I would give them 20 stars if I could.
Ernest Stellar Review belongs to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments. They came through when he badly needed relief for his aching knees, and doctors had told him that surgery was the only option.
What they're doing is cutting edge, and it really helps. And I'm a tough sell.
QC Kinetics is led by National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in this field. With 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing in non-surgical natural pain treatments. These are the medical pros to trust.
I'm living my life basically pain-free from what I was dealing with, so I'm a happy camper today, no doubt about it.
QC Kinetics. Call today to see if you're a candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Fans, don't let dirt and road grime bench your car this October baseball season. Step up to the plate with Tsunami Express Car Wash, where every visit delivers the MVP shine. With unlimited washes, fast lane access, and free vacuums, you can keep your ride looking like a champion all season long for less than $1 a day. And with 7 Milwaukee area locations, including New Berlin, it's easy to score big no matter where you're headed. Join the winning team today at TsunamiExpress.com. That's Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. flush it?
We failed multiple times with bad ideas. I didn't know were bad till I realized they didn't work.
Or flesh it?
Yeah, that's one idea. Or we can work as a team.
Brought to you by Gordon Flesh Company. Business technology managed. Taking the worry out of your office equipment and IT needs.
Yes. Tell us the great things about Gordon Flesh first, Tausch.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal. That's as true on the football field as it is in the office. And the Gordon Flesh Company has been providing cutting-edge technology for companies of all sizes for over 65 years. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
The flush it or flushes that losses like this are the result of the head coach, Matt LaFleur. You now have a loss at Cleveland. You have a loss Carolina. Horrible quarterbacking. And so maybe it should be, but they're what faith, or I've lost faith, or what's the proper amount of faith for LaFleur, Tausch? It's kind of a weird flush it or flush it, because I really didn't say one thing for sure. Like, because everything I asked today for sure is probably going to be a negative.
I think we do it this way. Let's flush it or flush it out. Tucker Kraft's injury has taken away the Packers' chance to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, outstanding. You should be the host. Yes.
No,
I didn't even have them winning.
Just like Homer, just like Gordon Flesh, it's a team. It takes a team to do this. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment because, listen, I like Tucker Kraft a lot. I've gotten to know Tucker, but just as far as his play and how he goes about his business, you're just devastated for him. And it does feel like I don't know if they can overcome this. This is not, no offense, but this is not an offensive lineman or, one of the – he is your captain. He's one of your captains, and he is – last week he was the best player on the football field in Pittsburgh. He was the best player. And if he is not available, you can win games without your best player. Mm-hmm. Can you win big?
No, my flush it or flush it is
flush this out.
Winning the division should be the hope for the Green Bay Packers. That's as high as you can dream. The Gordon flush it or flush it is, I say, winning the division is the highest thought you can have. I said,
in fairness, you called the division 2 weeks in. You said 100%.
Well, I know, but I can use yes, I did, but I can use the injuries. If you'd have told me Tucker Kraft is gone after 7 games, that would have changed. Sure. So I get a pass on that. However, the premise is, I said, if they don't make the NFC Championship game, it'll be disappointing season. I would say if they don't make the playoffs, it would be a disappointing season. Or should it be if they don't win the division, it's a disappointing. What is an appropriate expectation for this team now if Tucker Kraft is gone for the year? I do
think it changes.
Yes.
I think it changes the dynamic of where we're at. So this team needs to give – and again today, I think we're defensive led. I said that after the first 2 weeks. I think now this defense needs to crank it up another notch. You only gave up 16 points. That should be good enough to win at home.
That's a good point.
So I don't want you to equate the Cleveland game with this one at all. And you can. I don't want you to. Winning on the road in the NFL is a blank. It is hard. Winning at home against an average team, it's always difficult to win in the NFL, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like this. And I still think this team can win the division. I don't know if they can go and win 3 playoff games without Tucker. I can't expect that. I can't. And I won't. So we'll see. We've seen crazier things happen, and maybe Musgrave, this is his opportunity to shine.
Yeah. Well, we know
he emerges.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can he do all the other stuff? Right now I'd say no, but I'm be happy to be proven wrong.
The Gordon Flesh Company, flush it or flesh it. Back to the callers. Where are we at? 45 minutes. Let's get Let's get Mo. Mo in Illinois, a regular. You're on the disaster, the debacle, the worst Green Bay game afternoon, or whatever we call the show, of the season. And I don't think it's close. If, as we all now expect, though it hasn't been announced, don't we all expect, House, that Tucker Kraft is done for the year? That's what I expect.
We do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the reports from both the head football coach and from Rap Sheet, we do, unfortunately.
All right, Mo.
Hopefully
let her fly.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nightmare. A nightmare in every single facet. You almost want to wake up and just pretend like it didn't happen. With Tucker Kraft tearing his ACL, which is what's reported. Obviously, Luke Musgrave is going to have to step up in a big way. Do I think he will? I don't know if he will. I mean, he maybe with more opportunities he will, but you can't really rely on him like you do on Tucker Kraft. It just changes the entire stinking complexion of the season. I mean, it's one thing to lose to this Panthers team. Last week, I'm pissed off at myself because last week I crowned this team a bit early. I was starting to get a little excited after a big win at Pittsburgh, but you can't lose these games to the Panthers, to the Browns. The teams are supposed to beat. Great teams don't do that.
Yeah, but they also don't have a coach, and if the game is close, he screws up.
Well,
that's a fact.
We have to come to the conclusion that this is not a great team.
Yeah.
This is a good team that can play great.
Ooh, I like that.
But not consistently.
Put that down. A good team that can play great and a good team that can play bad.
Crappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what they are.
I know. We'll hear that on Wildy and Tausch tomorrow a lot.
Listen, I would say it's an untrustworthy team for the following reasons.
That too.
You cannot trust head coach Matt LaFleur. He has proven it time and time again against teams they're supposed to beat. It's a close win or we lose it. You got to go out and take care of business. You got to get your guys ready to play. You cannot trust the defense. In both losses against the Browns and the Panthers, the Packers had a chance to stop them on the last possession, and the defense, led by Mr. $47 million himself, 2 first-round picks, didn't register a pressure against an offensive line that was without 3 of their starters.
Actually, I believe it was 4. I think they were down a 4th early in the game. I lost track of how many they're missing. Yeah.
Whoever. I mean, you could have put my grandma out there. They wouldn't generate a pressure. Rashawn Gary was horrible. He goes missing far too many times in the season. So you can't trust the special teams. You can't trust the defense in crunch time. You can't trust Matt LaFleur. And you can't trust Jordan Love, who has flashes of looking like an incredible quarterback, but he has these games too much. He's throwing in triple coverage. What are you looking at? Well, what on earth are you looking at? This team, forget about Tucker Kraft right now. Even with Tucker Kraft, this team, you cannot trust them. You cannot trust them, and that is why, in my eyes, the season is done. It's done. I don't mean to be negative, but it's Rap City Boulevard.
Well, but if you're saying it's done, you're saying it only because it includes Tucker Kraft. If Tucker Kraft was healthy, you wouldn't be saying it was done, right?
Of course, but I can't trust this team. You don't beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Great teams don't do that. The Eagles don't do that. The Lions probably don't do that. The top-tier teams don't do it. The Packers are not a good team. I'd say they're very mediocre right now.
Oh, come on, Mo. They're better than mediocre. Come on.
Homer.
Come on, Mo.
You're not going to be a good team. You can't be a good team losing to the Browns.
Yes,
and
you
the Panthers.
can.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, you can be a good team, but you can't be a great team. I just heard from Mark Tauscher, one of his best lines. They are a good team that can play great and a good team that can play crappy.
Homer.
Yes.
Homer, Mo, what did you say? You just said they're an average team. Today they were below average.
Yes.
They were a below average team today, guys. Period.
Yeah, it's hard to lose as a 13.5-point favorite at home. In the last 35 years, 89% of those teams win.
Great teams will have some hiccups throughout the season, but almost always they're on the road.
Yeah.
Very rarely will great teams lose a game like this. Very rarely. So that doesn't mean this team can't continue to evolve. Again, it's November 2nd. It's not December 20th. You have time.
Yeah.
This reminded me of how we played the Bears at the last game of the season last year. We didn't have any time. Matt LaFleur got up there and said, we're playing sloppy. We got to clean it up. Good luck. You got to go to Philly next week to go play a playoff game. You don't have time. Here, you still got some time to figure things out, not having Tucker. But to say this wasn't this team, they have not played a full football game under Matt LaFleur where the offense, defense, and special teams had everything dialed up, and you saw what a great football team looks like. You haven't seen it. We just haven't.
Yeah. Thanks, Mo. We're going to get to the dog of the game. It's going to be a different kind of dog. But not.
Is there any low-hanging fruit? Do we have any low-hanging fruit? Josh Jacobs, maybe?
I don't know that there's any fruit at all. Low-hanging, mid-hanging, or high-hanging. We will get to that. Dog of the game, and we'll take some callers first. That is next. The nightmare of Green Bay game day. And yes, the Packers lost 16-13, and it appears they have lost Tucker Kraft for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Yes, nightmare is appropriate. Next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Hey, football fans, get ready for kickoff with homemade party must-haves this week at Sendik's. Start with delicious dips, guacamole, pico de gallo, potato chips, and popcorn. Score big with over 20 varieties of homemade sausage and gourmet burgers. Then, stop by Sendik's Deli for homemade salads, side dishes, and even pinza pizzas. All made from scratch every day. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
The grill is hot, the crowd is loud, and the flavor? That's all Coop's Mustard. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For over 125 years, Coop's has been the MVP of game day eats with 14 bold flavors that make every brat, burger, and pretzel a championship bite. Because Coop's isn't your ordinary mustard. It's extraordinary mustard. The kind that turns tailgates into traditions and touchdowns into taste bud celebrations. This football season, bring the bold, bring the flavor, bring Coop's. Coop's Mustard, spreading the love since 1897.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. Take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. Text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 for full details. To learn more about this amazing adventure, come to the meet and greet on Tuesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. at Buck and Honey's Monona. If you can't make it, visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com to learn how you can join virtually.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. It's time for the Sit Mean Sit Dog of the Game.
You see these dogs in your front yard?
Jordan Love.
Dog. John Jacobs. Dog. Michael Parsons. Dog.
Matthew Golden.
He's a dog.
Presented by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training in Waukesha and Milwaukee. Visit sitmeansit.com.
You gotta be the dog. And I'm like, man, we got dogs.
Yes, the dog of the game brought to you by Sit Mean Sit. If your dogs don't always listen to you, or you ask yourself, why don't they listen to what I say? Look no further than Sit Mean Sit. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Contact Sit Mean Sit Dog Training today in Milwaukee or Waukesha. To schedule a free consultation, go to sitmeansit.com and check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. And now to the Hall of Famer Mike Tauscher. I am curious to see who he says is the dog of the game.
Well, I think our offensive game plan should be the dog of the game, but that's not the spirit of what we're doing with the dog of the game. So it's an easy one for me, and it is the lowest hanging of the fruit because I don't know if there's anybody outside of maybe Dobbs, because Jordan Love's stat line, I just looked at it. The stat line is fine. Should have had 2 picks,
right?
But no touchdowns,
right?
He had 260 some odd yards passing. His completion percentage was fine, but I can't do anybody on offense today. I can't. And this is a guy that was a star last season. Has been a great pickup. Had an interception, had a sack strip that somehow landed right into Chubba Hubbard's gullet, and he ran it, picked up 6 yards. Xavier McKinney was in playmaker mode today. Almost got a second pick. I thought played a really good football game on a day where I think we're all going to get after the offense and Matt LaFleur. Defensively, Xavier McKinney was great. He was really good. He was my dog. I'm not going to go overly excited because we lost, but Xavier McKinney, woof woof, my dog of the game.
This is a very difficult one because while you want to give credit to the defense, given that they only give up 16 points, the quarterback, Bryce Young, had a quarterback rating of 48.3, and Carolina was able to score what they scored because the Packers' run defense was horrible. They had 163 yards rushing on 5 yards per carry. Therefore, I don't have really a defensive player, and I don't have an offensive player.
You can't go kicker.
I definitely can't go kicker. Let's see. Maybe, how about, kickoff returns, I'm only at 23. Wow, this is the hardest.
I don't even think we punted. Did we punt? I think we had a punt today.
That's an excellent, yes. No punting.
But he did have to. What a crazy rule. You see, he has to come on the field to hold the ball and then sprint off the field. Yeah. So even if a guy's running, he has to avoid the dude on a kick return.
Why they won't let you just use a regular player like you used to do for years, right?
Because now with the way the kickoff is, it's a huge disadvantage.
Right.
If I'm Green Bay, or if this happens again, get your heaviest, slowest dude, because he can't get off the field. He at least is going to get in the way. If somebody busts a kick, he can act like he's sprinting off the field and he can't get off, and maybe make the guy veer. And what are they going to say? You got to get off the field. Well, I'm running as fast as I can.
Yeah,
that deserved a bigger chuckle. You didn't give me the love I needed.
You deserved it. Yes, I agree. I'm pathetic.
But you didn't give me any.
You know why? Because I'm still trying to figure out how to get a dog. I'm responsible. I'm going to go with Christian Watson. He had 2 catches for 58 yards, and I give him credit because he came back into the game. I didn't really think it looked like he got whacked big time, and so I will give it to Christian Watson. Maybe I should give it to Luke Musgrave because he's the future. He did look decent, 3 catches, 34 yards. He was targeted only 3 times. But I would say more Watson. So I will give Christian Watson, and I was finding it so difficult to pick a dog, I did not give Tausch. Tausch is the dog of the game for the one memory you should have of this show. The Packers are not a great team. They are a good team that can play great, and a good team that also can play crappy. I don't know that anybody will want to buy that T-shirt, but the goal of the Green Bay Packers, the goal of the Green Bay Packers is to win the division. If they will win the division, I'll accept that. I don't care what they do in the playoffs. I will accept winning the division as a good season now that Tucker Kraft is gone for the year. Will you join my club on that? Winning the division is now a good season.
Yes. I'll join that club.
I love that. That's good. I want to join your club because Tito's is good. Even on this, the nightmare, Tito's could help.
Tito's helps with winning, losing, whatever it might be. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. Can mix it with whatever you want. If it's a morning, you got a morning kick this morning, you had that little tailgate, mix it in with a little Bloody Mary mix. You got it all. It's distilled 6 times till it's just right. And Tito's is known for its great vodka, but they also give back, doing great for dogs. Distilled and bottled by 5th generation in Austin, Texas, and it is crafted to be savored responsibly.
All right, we got a few people that have waited over an hour. We'll get to them, and then Tausch will have to he then becomes on assignment. Jeff in Milwaukee, you're on with Mark Tauscher. Let her fly.
What a brutal day, and I feel
brutal.
Awful.
That's a good word. I'm going to use that too.
I feel awful for Tucker Kraft, and it's not just what he brings physically. He's obviously a great player. He is a team lead. He sets a tone by the way he plays. Like some people have it and some don't, and he has it. He's a tone setter for the entire offense about how you go about and play your butt off every play. And they've lost a tremendous player for the season. Now, I just want to get to this, and I'm not saying this out of convenience because Tausch knows I've called several times about this. Matt LaFleur, I asked Tausch about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Matt LaFleur, is he a liability or is he an asset in close games? And, Tausch didn't want to answer, which is fine. I am just saying Matt LaFleur is an incredible liability in close games. He has proven it over and over. And, he hasn't shown every point that you guys have made about that going for it. Does he not look at the scoreboard? You're going to need the 3 points anyways, regardless. You're going to need those 3 points. Why would you give them up? And then you've got a bunch of backups in it, wide receiver. I mean, it's just there's no justification, and this is my concern. I think one of the biggest rate-limiting steps in this team's development is Matt LaFleur because he is a liability in close games. You think about what we were saying. Can you take him to the Super Bowl? Basically what you guys were saying is yeah, you can go to the Super Bowl with him if everything goes right for him.
Yeah,
that's what you're. But which is not really, which is a backhanded way of saying he's not very good at making important decisions. And instead of being the guy that everybody can rely on when they need him most, he is the guy that everybody should be afraid of when we need him most. And that's why I think he is one of the biggest limiting factors to this team. So I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah, and it's not the first time you said it. Jeff, thanks for the call. Tausch, any thought before we get to Jason?
Yeah, I said the last time Jeff asked this, and I did answer. I still believe his play calling, and there is a lot of things to like about Matt LaFleur. He's won a lot of games.
Yes.
But the bottom line is, until he wins big in the playoffs, Jeff's criticism, your critique, there are issues that Matt LaFleur has. And I last year was incredibly critical of how he controlled his emotions. He let too many things get, it just irritated him, and he challenged things just because he was pissed off that something happened. And I think it looks as if he's controlled that a little bit better. But today he bungled. Like, that was a bungling when you don't take the points. It's not 4th and 2. It wasn't 5 minutes left to go in the game. You're the better team. When you're the team chasing, you do what Carolina did early. You do fake punts, and you end up going for it on 4th down on the other side of it early. When you're the better team and you think you're the better team, act like it.
Ooh.
And when you make that move, that's not what you were doing. So I don't get it. And you're giving more credence to the critics that don't think you can win big games, because today wasn't even a big game, but every game you lose that you should win is a big game.
Another Tauscher
I get
gem.
It.
When you are the better team, act like it. And that not only addresses your thought about their overall play, but you're addressing also the decisions made. Like, we got 11 minutes. We still got time to take care of business. We get a field goal, stop, get a touchdown away.
Homer, it was a panic move at a time in the game that you didn't need to panic.
Yeah.
Like, you're chasing your own tail.
It's a panic move when you didn't
just didn't need to. There's still, Homer, we scored, how many points did we score in the second half last week in Pittsburgh?
100.
31?
Yeah, it's 28-3 the run for a while. Yeah.
There's just every game is different. Obviously, the conditions up there today were tough. It was windy. Mm-hmm. Like, there was stuff that came into play. And I still have not seen what that response is from Matt on why he did what he did. And I don't know if we win the game if we don't. But I certainly believe if you don't think we were going to get the ball back, and all of a sudden now it's 13-9 instead of 13-6, that changes everything. Now, if you do that with 4 minutes left and it's 13-9, you ain't going to hear me complain. You're not kicking a field goal to go 13-12. But it just, unless you just didn't trust your kicker to make it, which if that's the case, then get Haversick back in there tomorrow.
No, that wasn't.
I don't fully.
I think you nailed it.
I don't think so either.
Wants to be aggressive. He's kind of the
Homer. When you're the underdog, you try and find ways to steal points, steal possessions. When you're the big dog, you're just saying, let's play as much ball as we can, because eventually we're going to wear your blank out, and we're going to be better, and we're going to score more. And that move wasn't indicative of that.
Yeah. No, he played like the Yorkie dog that we now have. When I took my first trip ever to a dog park, I was afraid the dog was going to get killed by one of the big dogs. Just step on it. That's how he played. He played like I was in the dog park. I'm not thinking about how good. I just don't want the damn dog to get stepped on and die. All right, now we have 2 more. That was really not necessary for me to even mention that, and I apologize. Jason, you're on. The nightmare was brutal. Green Bay, game afternoon, losing to Carolina 16-13. If you haven't heard, it appears Tucker Kraft is gone for the year with a torn ACL. Yes, Jason. You better be good. Tausch is only around for 2 more calls. Yours and Levi. Don't disappoint him. He's been on fire.
All right. So Homer, when it was 7-6 Carolina at halftime today, before Kraft's tragic season-ending injury, I told my son, not only are the Matt LaFleur coach Packers not going to win the NFC North this season, they will not finish first or second in the North for the second consecutive season. You can write that down. Jason from Tosa, I've been questioning LaFleur all season. Now,
hold on. Who's going to finish ahead of them, or you just assume 2 of the 3 teams will?
Detroit will win the division, and the Vikings or the Bears will finish ahead of LaFleur.
Right, one or the other. You don't have to pick which one. All right.
Yep.
I thought it. All right, go ahead.
And you and Tosh, I believe, are both overlooking the biggest takeaway from today's debacle.
Ooh.
Fellas, this is the beginning of the end of Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. Last January, after the latest early playoff loss in Philly, Brian Gutekunst bluntly and clearly announced that the Packers needed to, quote, ramp up their sense of urgency. And then he traded our next 2 first-round picks for Micah Parsons. Urgency? Today, the Packers were playing at home as double-digit favorites against a mediocre 4-4 team with a crappy and injured quarterback that was coming off a 40-9 beat-down loss at home. And yet the Packers' offense that Matt LaFleur is in charge of was, again, sloppy, could not consistently run the ball, had 3 first-half holding penalties on 3 different offensive linemen. They were dominated on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And tragically, that wasn't even the worst part of today's coaching performance. This is year 7, and LaFleur still cannot get his team up to play consistently like the great coaches do. And his special teams are pathetic year after year after year. And guess what? They were pathetic again today, and they cost.
So you believe this will be his last year coaching the Packers? Tausch, any follow-up? Thanks, Jason.
So the question is, if Green Bay wins the division and gets beat in the playoffs again, you think Goody's going to get rid of Matt LaFleur? Or it's not even Goody's call.
Yeah,
it's Ed policy.
Yeah, policy. And, again, we just don't know enough about policy. No, I think LaFleur's back as the coach next year. I already said before this week I would give him a 1-year extension. Now you know why it wasn't any longer than 1. Man. All right, Jason. And Jason, for those of you that aren't regular listeners, he has been consistent in his belief. Levi, Stevens Point. By the way, Jason, you held up your end of the donkey. Levi, let's see if you can finish properly with Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Let her fly.
Hey, guys. At least I barely could talk to Tauscher before he goes. But, man, I just feel bad for Tucker Kraft, man. He's been doing it for me. I'm doing well for my fantasy, but I just feel bad for the guy, man. Remember when I called in last week, Tauscher, I said he was the best tight end last week?
Yep,
on the
you were
show?
right. Yep.
But now, man, it just sucks for him. I just feel bad for him. But the season is not over yet, though. But I don't know what the Packers are going to do.
I know what they're going to do. They're going to do the same thing. They're hoping Musgrave will help out and solve the issue at tight end. Now they got to find somebody else that when they need more blocking.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's
right.
Tausch, it's not too hard to figure out. They're going to keep doing
what they're doing.
That is what
they're going to try and do. But, Homer, when you have somebody that can do both, it makes your offense much, much better. So,
oh, yeah.
You're not going to be able to target. Right. You won't be able to target Musgrave like you did Kraft on 4th and 6 when you got to have it, or who's going to be our go-to? Who do we when we need a play? It's going to have to be Dobbs at this point. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I have Dobbs on my fantasy team, Tausch, but no one really cares. But anyway, I'll try to make one more point before Tausch goes.
Yep.
Okay. I still think the Packers are going to make the playoffs, but let me hold on. I know you've got to get commercial break, Homer, and stuff, but I'm not giving up on this team, though, even though with the injuries and such. But anyway.
Levi, quick question before you go. None of us have given up on this team, but did this today and Tucker's injury change your thought that they could win a Super Bowl?
To be honest, Tausch, I think it kind of did change a little bit. But let me say one more thing, though. With the trade deadline coming up Tuesday, who do you...
No, you cannot trade LaFleur. Don't even bring that up.
I'm not saying that. No. Oh, you know what, Homer, when you said that?
Homer.
My mom just laughed in the kitchen when you said that. She was laughing her head off. But anyway, I just want to ask Tausch one last thing.
Yep.
What do you think that, with the trade deadline coming up Tuesday, what do you think that Goody's going to do? I don't know if he's going to
do nothing now. With Tucker Kraft gone, he'll do nothing.
Right. Yeah, okay. I mean...
What would you do? I'd do nothing.
I'm going to make a sneaky pick here. I think something sneaky could happen.
All right. Okay.
Well, you should save that. You should save that tomorrow for Willie and
Would you still do it sneaky with Tucker Kraft out?
Yes.
Mercedes Lewis is taken.
No, I have to do a smidge of research to make sure this guy's still healthy. But there is an older tight end that I think could be a fun ad for not much on a team that stinks. I'm gonna take a little look at it before I make that proclamation. So, Homer, thanks for the call, Levi. My closing statement for today.
Yes.
It's hard to win in the NFL. It's really hard to win when you continuously make mistakes and you don't finish drives. And from the Packers' standpoint today, we played a C-D game against a team that you still almost found a way to win when you didn't really deserve to win. So this is another stark reminder of the NFL, how tough it is to win games. Don't ever take it for granted. But this is eye-opening for a lot of reasons, and the Tucker Kraft injury is the biggest blow, even more so than the loss to the Carolina Panthers at Lambeau today. Tucker Kraft's injury is the big blow for today.
Thanks, Tausch. Gary Ellerson and Jason Wilde still to come. It won't change the score. Packers lose 16-13. And Tucker Kraft, who it has not been officially announced, the assumption is done for the year with a torn ACL. You are next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but the way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesh Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, service, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at WendorfTeam.firstweber.com.
Ready for the snap, and a timeout taken. The team looks a little bit lost. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, the winning play is simple. A whole house of new windows as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no interest. A championship move from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
No doubt, Wayne. And unlike the opponent's defense, Pella Windows actually stopped the drafts.
The draft picks we gave up for number one had to be the steal of the century.
True, but I'm talking about replacing old drafty windows.
Roger that.
With energy-efficient windows that keep the cold out, you'll stay as toasty as a fan at a warm weather preseason game.
Pay as low as $297 a month for a whole house of new Pella windows.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today.
Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025. This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
The Packers lose to Carolina 16-13, and that isn't even close to the worst thing. Though, I'm curious how Gary Ellerson looks at the two. Tucker Kraft, gone for the year with the torn ACL. They have not said it official, but it's about as official as the sun coming up in the east tomorrow. Doesn't it come up in the morning in the east? Sets in the west, I think. Man, old is bad.
An hour earlier now, too.
Yes, it does. Everybody got an extra hour to sleep, and it's still nightmare, brutal. Let's see what Gary Ellerson says. Gary, you are on the worst Green Bay game day show of the year, and it's not even close. I don't know what role you feel you have to have in such a show. Just so you know, Tausch had these two comments. The Packers are a good team that can play great and play crappy, and when you are the better team, act like it. So, take it away, Gary.
Well, that's what happens when you proclaim 6-1-1.
Yeah, well, they would have won if Tucker Kraft had been healthy. They would have won the game.
Yeah, no, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Well, maybe
that's what happens when you.
Okay.
That's what happens when you come out and proclaim 6-1-1. And then when they don't do that, you like Superman. I was trying to pull you back. I'm trying to, and I can't hold you because you're a grown-ass man. I'm trying to hold you back, and then now you're all upset.
Well,
This
I'm
is who the
upset
Packers
because
are.
Tucker Kraft is out for the year.
Fine,
That changes.
Fine.
Go ahead.
Fine. But had they had Tucker Kraft, it still looked like they were going to lose it. This is who the Packers are.
Yeah,
but
right.
matter of fact, this is what the NFL is. The NFL has been like this for the whole year for all 32 teams. Yeah. It just has. There's no team out there that you feel like have just gone and run away. You go, that's the team. Now, each week there's a team, but there's no team that you can consistently say that's the team, right? Now people may point to Kansas City. Now, they could lose today, but they weren't the team early on because they didn't have a lot of players. They get some of the players back. Now, if they lose to Buffalo, now they're not the team. And then it was Philadelphia. Now they weren't. And then it was Green Bay. And then now they're not. And then Detroit was making a comeback, but guess what happened to Detroit? They lost
and
today.
the Colts lost today to the Steelers.
The Colts lost today to the Steelers. You see where I'm going? This is the NFL. Parity. It's true parity. Everybody's in it. Nobody's going to run away. This is what we're dealing with. This is why we try to warn a lot of people about when they jump out there and doing this 6-1-1 stuff. I think every Sunday is different. I think every Sunday you're going to see something different from here on in. This is what the NFL wants.
So that means that this is who the Packers are. They're a good team, but not a great team. Or
if Tausch said that, I will get down with that. But they're not the only one, though. They're not the only team like that. We're going to find out in about 2 to 3 weeks where all these teams are. So that will be the Green Bays, the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Minnesota Vikings, the Chicago Bears.
Right, because the Packers
City,
have the same
Buffalo.
division lead because the Vikings with a quarterback that they said
Tampa
they didn't
Bay,
want to play.
Right, Tampa Bay. I mean, all these teams are the Colts. All these teams are all there. In 3 weeks, we're going to know what's what.
And if the Packers beat the Eagles, I will say I'm fine. I'll take the.
Then they beat the Eagles, then they go lose against the Giants.
They might
be mad all over again.
No, you've taught me, you've convinced me. They're not that good. I said I said a disappointing year if they don't make the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, but what team is that good to you then, Steve?
What team is that good? No one is necessarily that good, but as you stated, this is who the Packers are, and they're capable of doing it. So I will.
So
all
which
I
means
want,
they have a chance.
They have a chance. I want them to win the division. If they win the division, I say it's a good season. I said if they didn't get to the NFC Championship game, that it would be a disappointing season. You kind of laughed at me there, and you have convinced me. And so now, especially with Tucker Kraft gone, I think the winning the division would be a good season.
Well, let's see what Luke Musgrave's got. I mean, he was the higher pick. He should be ready to go.
Come on. We know who he is.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. We know he's not near as good as Tucker Kraft.
No, that guy is.
He's also not anywhere near a blocker. You think he's as good?
No, he's not. He's not.
Catching passes, he can be good. Plus, I assume he's also often hurt.
Correct.
And I would tell you this because you liked it. If you're looking for a reason to be optimistic, in 2010, the Packers suffered their second loss by the score of 16-13 to a subpar team and lost their stud tight end that day. That would have been Jermichael Finley. So I'm not sure if that applies, but
it could. I see where you're going.
No, it couldn't. No.
Okay, fine.
But I mean, you're right about don't put too much negativity into this loss. Is that the Gary Ellerson line?
Yeah, because I know everybody want to pick it apart. You want Matt LaFleur fired.
No.
Well, most people do.
Some do, yeah. Well, I thought the decision with the I want to say this because I want your response. That was, and he continues to do things that I think are so incredibly stupid, I wouldn't have thought it possible. Not kicking the field goal with 11 minutes remaining on a 4th and 8. I'm incapable of thinking he has any reason why he did what he did. Maybe you can help me.
Got to take the points because Matt LaFleur doesn't know what he has. Matt LaFleur got to stop coaching like his offense is everything. Lean on that defense more.
Right.
Take the points.
In a day in which your offense has struggled to score a touchdown, and on a day in which you're missing so many people, it's like he is unaware of this current situation of the game.
Take the points. You got
man. You're short so many players, and you haven't been able to get in the end zone the entire game. You're going to need the field goal to win. I don't. Why did he do it? Why did he go for it?
I don't know. Take the points.
You don't know. You played in the league. You're very smart. What do you think was the reason? He was scared? Tausch's when you're the better team, act like it. It was a panic move when you didn't need to panic. I like that.
Right. He didn't. I mean, you just take the points.
And he even upped himself by using a timeout, which, if he assumed the game was going to be close, you don't use your timeouts. But, again, he's unaware of what actually – who we playing? What's the score? None of that matters.
Yeah.
Man. I thought you'd have an answer to make me feel better about that.
No, I don't. You're taking the points. That's all I know.
All right. We have people lined up.
My answer to that is he needs to lean on his defense more. That's my answer to that. I don't think he knows what kind of team he has. I mean, they can score a lot of points, but his team it's a defensive team. That's why you went and got Michael Parsons. Lean on Jeff Hafley and that defense more, and he hasn't done it all year. I just don't think.
But then,
I mean, you go back to the Cleveland game.
Yes, same.
Why are we going for it? Right? Why are we punt the damn ball?
But Mr. Ellerson, I have one thing. If I'm going to lean on that defense, when the game is tied in Carolina has 2nd and 10, we give up a 19-yard run right up the gut. Does that change the way I view the defense?
No. Point taken. But we both agree that he should have kicked the field goal and leaned on the defense more, right?
No, you're right,
Okay.
and that applies to Cleveland as well. Hold on, somebody's been waiting 58 minutes. All right, Ryan, you're on with Gary Ellison. Let her fly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, millions are listening. Make it good, Ryan.
Okay. You got me?
Oh, hold on. Who was that? Yeah, put Ryan on hold. Jason is at 90 minutes. I did not see that. That's not a record, but it's close. Jason, the nightmare, brutal. You are on with Gary Ellerson. Is Jason still there?
95 minutes and 15 seconds. Hello, I'm here.
Very good.
Here.
Fine.
Hello.
Duly noted. Thanks. We're at 95 minutes. The record, I believe, is 118 minutes. But go for it.
Dang it. All right, listen, Homer, this loss is on you. Squarely on you.
Yeah.
It was after. Yes. Listen up now.
I'm listening.
We're talking about the bridge in Superior. We're talking about Gary Ellerson's son going to college. He doesn't want to have to go over that bridge from Superior. The last time they lost to this terrible stinker against the Browns, I had to drive my 8-year-old son and I an hour up to Superior because the Fubo app won't give me the games when there's an in-market game. So I got to go to this joint combo Packer-Vikings bar where they're ringing their damn
Oh, by the way, I have the
long
answer
since
for
the
you. I'm
Vikings
sorry
are
I didn't
scoring.
send it to you. I have the note on my desk. I can take care of you.
You didn't send it to me,
I know,
Homer.
I know.
Then there we are. You know, Harvey says, after the game, we're never coming here again. Every time we come here, they lose. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And that's on Homer. So we'll get that squared up. I can wait on the line after. I want to talk about. I've been saying since the NFC Championship game against Brady and the Bucks, I don't trust LaFleur. The moment is too big for him. He doesn't. I've been calling into these ESPN shows, ESPN Milwaukee shows, year after year, saying I don't trust him. He doesn't have his pulse on the thing. He doesn't utilize personnel the way they want to use it. He draws up plays that look like they should work in his smart little brain on paper, but week after week, we just waste down running these outside wide receiver screens that go nowhere. There was 4 of them today. We lose the football on one of them because Savion, okay, that's not LaFleur's fault, but why are we wasting downs? Where's the bread and butter plays that get your offense into a flow? He doesn't have them. We're not going to win anything with Matt LaFleur.
Hold on 1 second.
Games,
He did do it late in the last
the
series. Didn't you think he adjusted? They did the hurry up,
yes.
And it seemed better.
And it worked.
Yes.
It worked, but what worked was this inside little slant to Malik Heath when we need 3 yards. Give up those stupid outside plays, but he won't. He's stubborn. Last week we had Dobbs streaking down the field. That's not Dobbs. That's not who Dobbs is. We have a Watson. We have a Golden. There are other players for that. Today we had Dobbs in the back of the end zone for a kind of a jump ball. He's small. He can't. He's not athletic to go up and make plays like that. He's good to get low down and dirty out of the slot, something like that. He constantly utilizes personnel in ways that make you shake your head. And that's to say nothing of his game clock, his management of a game, just from the 50,000-foot view. I hate to say this. I can't root against my green and gold. But for God's sake, the best thing that could happen is that we just underachieve week after week through the rest of the season. And Ed Policy sees the writing on the wall, and he gone, and we get somebody in here who is not plagued with what this is.
I think Jason,
like
and I'll let Gary go, I think he wins too much for that to happen. But we'll see.
It's the curse. This is a curse. It's like we're in a bad spot here because I do not trust him when the money's on the line. I do not. If it's going his way, that's one thing. But when and this team is just wildly inconsistent. Tons of penalties. Oh, it's because they're the youngest team in the NFL. Well, maybe it's on Goody then. I don't know. Gary would know.
All right, Gary, address. Jason's brought up a couple of great things in addition to it being my fault, and that I didn't get back to him on the way to be able to do this. Scamming it, I admit, but I know how to scam it.
Yeah.
All right. Take it away, Gary, of all that Jason said.
What am I answering?
About LaFleur is...
Well, you have to determine, and Homer, you've alluded to this already. You have to determine whether he's Marty Schottenheimer. You have to determine whether he...
Steve Mariucci.
Steve Mariucci.
Right, but Gary, if he is, I'm of the belief that I think I would probably stay with him. But it's tough to find somebody that's better. Okay,
But
you're
a lot of those guys, they moved on from those guys.
Yes, after a while. You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
He's getting to that point. That's an excellent point.
I don't know when that point is, right? And I think I agree with you, Homer, when you said he wins too much, so that's the tough part about it.
You have to have somebody you like.
No, you have to have somebody you love.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Jason, do you have anything else, given that you've waited and I lost the game? Man, if I were you, I'd be mad at Homer. I'd be like, damn.
I am mad at Homer for sure.
Okay.
Keep me on the line and get me the hookup because otherwise we're going back up there against the Giants. We're going back up there. This is going to happen 2 or 3 more times.
I have the information at home, so we'll have. I've got your number, so I will get to you, but I won't do it right now. By the end of the day.
Copy you. Thank you.
You bet. Bye. Gary Ellerson. This is who the Packers are. He said exactly the same thing last week, didn't you?
Sure did.
Yep.
Sure did.
Yeah. This didn't surprise you?
No. Nope, not at all.
It disappointed you?
Everybody. It disappointed me, but not surprised.
All right, we'll take more calls with Gary Ellerson. They're all lined up. They haven't waited as long as our last caller, and they can't blame me. Maybe they can. Next.
No, they can't. Okay, bye.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Make Tsunami Express Car Wash part of your fall game plan. With 7 Milwaukee area locations, including our newest in New Berlin, we've always got your ride covered. Sign up online today and get your very first wash free. That's a $25 value, absolutely free. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes, free vacuums, and detailing tools to keep that car looking sharp and game day ready. Don't wait to get in on the action. Claim your free car wash right now at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776.
It is a nightmare. It is brutal. The Packers lose to Carolina 16-13. Very similar to the loss in Cleveland. And Tucker Kraft appears to be gone for the year with a torn ACL. With Gary Ellison, did you ever tear an ACL? Did you ever have any knee injury?
Yeah, I did.
And what's it like?
I had the MCL back in high school.
Which is not as bad.
Not as bad, but ultimately that is what ended my career.
Were you ever the same, or did you fully recover and then it just happened again, or what?
Well, I mean, I think the way they do stuff now, I mean, I think Adrian Peterson was the first guy that we knew that he actually came back and was better than what he was. And from a running back standpoint, you had linemen who would come back and play virtually like they had never left. But the skill position guys, they had perfected enough. You saw when they came back, they weren't the same guy. Now, these skill position guys can come back. It's like nothing has happened.
Wow, that's too bad. You were born too early. Ryan in Eau Claire, you're on with Gary Ellison. It hasn't changed. Packers lost 16-13.
No, it hasn't changed.
Yes, sir.
No, they're still leading the division because the Lions lost to the Vikings. We can hear you. Millions are listening, Ryan. Let her fly.
Perfect. So my question is for Gary. If you could explain bubble screens and passes behind the line of scrimmage and how they work. And then also, is Elton Jenkins struggling at center? I guess those are my two questions.
The bubble screens are meant to be an extension of the run play, and the guys out front are not getting good clean blocks. I mean, they can see it coming a mile.
Is it Dobbs? Is it Dobbs blocking? That's what I see.
Well, yeah, they run them to different guys. I mean, they can do it a lot of different ways. I saw Emmanuel Wilson catch a version of one. And they did do it a lot of different ways. They're not getting good, clean blocking up there. It's too tight. You know what I mean? The spacing is not proper.
Sure.
It takes a lot of timing to make those things work. So they're not perfecting those the way they should be.
And there are a number of really bad ones where they lose 3 to 5 yards, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. And they see it. They got to start running some go routes off of that formation.
Is it time to get away from that?
I think that's a staple of his offense, and I think there's some go routes off of that which he hadn't shown yet. I think you'll see it probably in the second half of the season, probably almost there.
Sure. Do you think Elton Jenkins is an upgrade from center from last year?
Their whole offensive line is in shambles right now, if you ask me.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, okay. We agree.
Yeah, that's why they haven't been able to run block like they did last year. I mean, they were, they thought they were upgrading by putting Jenkins at center and signing Banks and bringing him in at left guard, and then now you got the musical chairs over there at right guard with Sean Ryan and Jordan Morgan. Then Zach Tom get hurt, and he was out for a minute, and then Walker was out over at left tackle. Then Jordan Morgan was over there. They were and so they don't have any continuity up front. And that is really what's hurting this Packer team. They cannot run the football to save their lives. You go back and look at the Carolina Panthers before they came in, and maybe Homer or Pebbles, or they can look it up. Everybody has ran the football on them. Everybody. They were playing a too-high shell. They were playing like a two-shell today on us, too-high safety, and we still couldn't run the football to save our lives.
Yeah, there would be some plays that would go okay, but there are just so many in which there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, Ryan, thanks for the call.
Did I answer Ryan? Is that it? You got anything else?
Have a good night.
You bet.
Yeah.
Brad in Waukesha. Brad in Waukesha, you're on with Gary Ellerson.
What's up, Brad?
Let her fly.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. My observation, and again, love to hear your thoughts. Are they just playing uninspired football? And what I mean by that is, I just see LaFleur, and maybe I'm drawing a comparison here to the latter years of McCarthy. Very unimaginative play calling, no adjustments being made whatsoever, seemingly. The last caller mentioned it too. Every time they have 3 receivers wide, I'm sitting at home going, "Oh, they're going to run that screenplay again." And it just seems like nothing is happening. So when you have a head coach that's not installing and implementing a solid game plan, making adjustments, and inspiring the team, that leads to individual lack of performance, I think. Love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I disagree with that, because I think if you look at that there's 3 plays off of that 3 receivers set that I've seen. It's either he hands it off to the running back, because that's a play off of that, or either Dobbs is sometimes on the backside or the right side of it, and then there's a slant to it on the backside. I've seen and then the bubble screen. I've seen all those 3 plays on that one particular grouping.
Yeah.
And haven't you?
Again, and I'm just thinking he's not being creative. I mean, they're not using misdirection. They're not clearing out one side and going isolation on another. I mean, he used to do that. Like his first 3-4 years coaching, he was very imaginative, and it seemed like.
Well, no, I mean misdirection. I don't know what you mean, but I mean they're in motion more than any other team that I know. They always have some motion. I mean, misdirection. What do you mean, like reverses and stuff like that?
Well, just like you got the team, you got the line pulling one side, and you have a tight end kind of flaring out, or a receiver coming across the middle, going the opposite direction, and kind of, mixing it up. Doing a handoff, faking a handoff, and having everybody pull one side, and getting a receiver or a slot going the other direction, and just creating some of that isolation on a DB. It just seems like they're not. I don't know. It just seems very vanilla to me, and as well as defense. Like no adjustments are being made on the defense at all. So again, maybe I'm kind of going back up.
I disagree with you on that. I think Matt LaFleur is one of the greatest offensive minds in our game. I mean, I don't know if you watch all the motion, all the stuff that they do, it's incredible. And his matchups are awesome. They didn't work today, but what has to happen is those guys got to be a little bit more patient. The fumble up front killed them right away. I mean, you just can't have that fumble. Right. That threw the whole thing off. And then Jordan Love interception. That hurt them. What are we doing there, buddy? To me, those two plays are not on Matt LaFleur, and I think that hurt the flow of the game. Now, Matt LaFleur, I would have kicked the field goal. Why didn't you kick the field goal, Matt LaFleur?
We've got that, by the way.
That would be me.
Yeah, Gary, we're going to take a break. Thanks for the call. And when we come back, we will hear what Matt LaFleur did to explain it, because I don't think there's a possible explanation. That's like asking someone to explain why they put root beer in their gas tank. Next.
Oh, Jesus.
We're back with Green Bay Game Night after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit style, thick, crispy, unapologetically screamin'.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. Take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. Text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 for full details. To learn more about this amazing adventure, come to the meet and greet on Tuesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. at Buck and Honey's Monona. If you can't make it, visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com to learn how you can join virtually.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. Call the Carbless Talk and Text Line, 800-990-3776.
Nightmare, brutal, disaster. First it was Mark Tausch and now Gary Ellison, who said last week, calm down, because Packers aren't this. This is who the Packers are the last 2 weeks, the range of the Packers. Gary, do I have that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about on Friday, we were in, they listened to the Homer Hour featuring
Gary Ellison. Nice try. Gary, if you don't know, just be aware, he's trying to change the title. The title is the Gary Ellison Homer Hour. Gary wants it to be the Homer Hour with Gary Ellison. I have no idea why, but he throws that in, so go for it. You're Gary Ellison. It's your show. You can do whatever you want. The Homer Hour with Gary Ellison. All right.
Yeah. And then I said on Friday that what bothers me is special teams.
Yep.
McManus is now Spire special teams. We're just making way too many special teams mistakes. And also, the secondary bothers me.
It's a good point. He did miss a field goal that would have...
Yeah. So, I mean, those things still loom large for this team.
And the only reason that they were able to get a touchdown, that would be Carolina, was because of a penalty on Nixon.
Yes.
It kept the drive going. Yep. All right, now we have... we have Matt LaFleur. I don't know that he's going to explain. I'm curious. I think he'll just say I messed up. That's kind of the way he does this stuff when he does incredibly odd things. So let's hear. We'll play it. Now we have, this is Matt LaFleur, right? Commenting, or the question is asked about why he, with 11 minutes left on a 4th and 8 from the 13, decided not to kick a field goal, went for it, and the play was ugly. All right, Coach.
Hindsight's 20/20. I wish we would have taken the points. Didn't do that there. Bad decision.
Wait a minute. Stop this. Gary. He basically says it's a bad decision because it didn't work, right?
Well, what are you getting at here?
He didn't answer. What were you thinking when you went for the 4th down play? What was your mindset? Go ahead.
He was thinking he could get a touchdown.
Oh, all right. Okay. And he still thinks he did. Yeah, all right. So he doesn't feel like he made a mistake. He feels like the decision was fine. It just didn't work.
Well, no, he said there was a bad decision.
Well, yeah, because it didn't work.
Well, I mean, you can read into that. He said it was bad. I don't know where you want to go with this.
I want to go like he's not even admitting he made a decision. He's saying, you're all saying it was a bad decision because it didn't work. Right. Decision was fine, it just didn't work. Let's go back.
I don't think he said that.
All right, let's play it again. You're usually right on these things. All right, we're going to go back to, this is Matt LaFleur. He was asked about the decision to go for it on 4th and from the 8. 4th and goal from the 8. Or no, 4th and 8 from the 13.
Hindsight's 20/20. I wish we would have taken the points. Didn't do that there. Bad decision.
Yeah, you say I wish we would have done it.
Well,
bad decision.
Hold on.
Where you want to say?
Well, but I wish we would have done it. He's in charge. Why didn't you do it?
Because he thought he could get a touchdown.
Okay. All right. You're right. He did. So
I mean, but to me, this goes back to lean on your defense.
Yes.
Take the points. Your defense gonna get you the ball back. That's why you got him. That's why you got Michael Parsons. That's why you got him. Make him earn that money.
And that's hard for him to do because he's never been in that situation in Green Bay.
No, he's never had a team like this before. No.
He should hire you as a consultant.
Yeah.
Be on the
Never had a
sideline.
team
You
like
would have said, believe in your defense, Coach.
Believe in your defense. I mean, you have done this at least 3 times this year where I believe it has cost you games. Cleveland game for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And this game, there's probably another. These two stand out. All right. Mike, do we have Mike in Fargo? Is he next? Mike in Fargo. He's been waiting for over an hour. Not a record, Mike, but impressive. Let her fly.
All right, you got me?
Got you. Millions are listening and watching on YouTube.
Well, let me, I'm glad Gary's here for this here, but let me get through this here. We got a couple questions first. Number one is just really quick, the Jenkins going from guard to center, mistake. They should have went and got a center. We can't run the ball. Number two, I want you, and I'm going to come back to what you, Homer, said, not when we played Arizona this year, but when we played them last year at home. I'm going to tell you what you said that game, and it's still true to this day. But I want to know, when you look around the league, all the routes that we run are like sit-down routes. There's no yak after that, with the exception of Tucker Kraft. Look at Golden. He has done nothing. There's no yak after catch with these receivers. That touchdown he threw to Dobbs, I can remember Tom Brady saying last year when we played Philadelphia, when he tried to throw that same pass to Bo Melton. That angle and everything has zero chance of having a completion. They should have been inside, ran an out route. They should have rolled out, and he should have chucked the ball to him. There's no play action. Our receivers get 0 yak yards. Just think of Jefferson's of the Vikings. Think of the Lions of the other teams. They catch the ball and they run. We get 0 yak yards. Our decision making and the routes, and that's part of LaFleur, and that's part of Jordan Love. If that's all the type of throws he can do, that's it. But I'm going to go back to what you said when we played Arizona at home last year when he threw that touchdown to Watson. You said that's the only pass all year that he has hit somebody in stride and for a long pass. Until it's almost true from that game last year that he can't hit any. What's Watson? What Watson and Golden? They should get some one-on-one somewhere, draw something up, and catch the ball and get some yak. Other than everybody's clapping. There's Dobbs on a sit-down route for a first down. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. It's time for these other receivers, but. I'm going to step out a little bit.
Hold on.
Here.
Stop for a second. Hold on. No, I'm not going to. We're
Hold
not
on.
getting rid of you.
Okay.
I want to give Gary a chance to respond to all that you said, and then we'll come back. Don't worry, Mike. All right, go ahead, Gary.
Okay.
Well, I think that's the Packers' offense. They get a lot of yak yards, I thought. Someone needs to do research on that.
They do.
Well, have you done research on
it? Look at the.
We will look at it. We will look at it. You can do it now with AIT.
We need to do some research on it and see if that's really what it is.
I would be with Gary that I don't think it's as bad as you say.
You think it is?
No, I don't.
Because
if it was, everybody would be talking about it. Like the offense stinks, there are no yak yards. I haven't heard that, but we're still willing to look at it and see, Pat, Mike. It might be a problem as far as other than Tucker Kraft. Go ahead, Gary. You're going to say something. We'll get back to you, Mike.
Well, but here's the thing. You can't take Tucker Kraft out.
Well, it would be like before Tucker Kraft in past years, or because the system is pretty much
something like that.
Yeah,
you can't say, well, they don't have any yak yards, but you got to take Tucker Kraft out of the yak yards.
No, we
can't do that.
No, it'll be looked at in other years when they didn't have him. If it's been a certain way and nothing, and then now it's better with Tucker Kraft, that would explain.
Well, we just need all we need to know is what are their yak yards so far this year compared to the rest of the NFL?
Okay.
What do they rank?
All right.
That's what we need to know.
We'll look into it. And now, Mike, you had something else. I didn't want to cut you off after that.
Yep. Well, Well, I'm going to come back to today's game. Nobody else, had any yak yards. But before yes, it's bad.
You're right.
Kraft is
You're right.
gone.
You're right about that. Yeah.
They're all sit down routes. All sit down. But anyway,
because the way the defense was
That's
playing.
the way Carolina was playing, right?
Yeah. Right.
Right, because that's the way Cleveland played, because we know we can't run the ball, and that's the way the good defenses do. And when we play the Vikings and these other teams with good defenses, that's what they do. And that's the only throws Love can make until they start doing something else.
How many games have we lost?
We played some very poor other defenses.
I don't believe that was a question, Mike.
So now you can't have it both ways. Now you're saying we play poor defenses, so we got all the yards against the poor defenses, but we got 2 losses and we don't get any. You can't have it both ways, can you?
Gary, when good defenses play us, they make everything a sit-down route. That's what we get. And then
how many games have we lost?
2 is the answer. 2. I can help you out there. And
how many games have we won?
5 and tied 1.
Okay. There you go.
So it's working. All right, Mike. Thanks for the call. We're going to move on, but I appreciate it. By the way, I just want to let you know, Carolina came in terms of points given up, 24th in the NFL. There are 32 teams. They were 24th of 32. They also came in 27th in points per game. And I think they will not be 27th anymore because the guy they have as a running back, Dowdle, is way better than Hubbard. And that was a huge decision that I thought was a major play in the game because he's horrible at quarterback.
Absolutely.
He can't. He just can't play.
Absolutely.
Can't throw the ball. All right, we're going to break, and we've got. We want to talk about Potawatomi because Gary will be there tomorrow night, and we still have people waiting in line to call, and they've been waiting long enough. Kevin is now at 6. Kevin and Ryan are over an hour. We're going to break and then get to them. I promise, Ryan and Kevin, you will not have another birthday before we get back to you. Next.
We're back with Green Bay Game Night after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond. From walk-in closets to entertainment centers, our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
It's time for tip-off as the Milwaukee Panthers basketball teams begin their seasons on Monday night. The action starts with the women's team taking on Loyola at 6 in the Kalachi Center on campus. The men's team hits the Panther Arena court at 7 as they battle Hampton. You've got plenty of MKE basketball action to take in on Monday, November 3rd. Join us at 6 for the women's game or 7 for the men's game. For details and to score your tickets, visit MKEPanthers.com. Milwaukee Panthers Athletics for the MKE.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
If you're living your life in pain, you need to take control of your health and look beyond just traditional medicine to get that done. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I want to tell you about my friends at QC Kinetics. When I've gone to the Greenfield location, I have seen with my own eyes what QC Kinetics can do for you. QC Kinetics offers cellular treatments that at the micro level can cure that pain for the long term. Using QC Kinetics' natural healing tools, you can revitalize those joints and get back to living the life that you deserve to live. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. You'll be amazed, just like I was, to see all the tools in their toolkit to give you a pain-free life and get you living an active life once again. Do not wait any longer. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative cellular medicine, and it's something that you need to see to believe. Your pain-free life is waiting for you on the other side of your free consultation with QC Kinetics. Give them a call today for that free consultation at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Millions are listening and watching. Of course, you can go to YouTube. Everybody does YouTube now. Homer with Gary Ellerson. This is the nightmare, brutal Green Bay Game Nightmare. I don't know what the title is normally, but that's what it is today. Though Gary has tried to help us when the team was too good, he says, calm down, they're not that good. And when the team is bad, he tells us they're not that bad. All those things. This is who the Packers are. Well, you've been right. You've been right.
You're good.
Right. Now, if they win, against Philadelphia, you'll go, calm down. And if they lose, you'll say, calm down. We still got weeks to go. I have changed. I said this season would be disappointing if they didn't make the NFC Championship game with the loss of Tucker Kraft. It appears he's gone for the rest of the year, the torn ACL. The goal to me for this Packer team is to win the division. They win the division, I think it will be a good season because it will take into account the injury and stuff, and it will move them in the right direction. And that is, you just got to win the division because it makes things so much easier in the playoffs. I know in 2010 it was different, but there are too many teams, as you have said, that seem similar. You don't want to have to play a lot of them to try to make the Super Bowl. What do you think?
Yeah, right. Agreed. Yes, absolutely.
And can they still win the division? Yeah, I think they can.
They're in perfect position to do that right now. I mean, if you're looking for a short-term goal, they're.
But Detroit lost, so the Packers still have the division lead. But I don't know.
But now you got, and no one believes it, but Chicago is showing a sign of life.
Yes. Today was surprising. They should have lost the game. They stole this one at the very end with a long pass. But yes, they appear to be. That guy is a good offensive coach. There's no question.
Yeah.
All right, now we get to Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. Dozens of self-service kiosks and over 2,000 square foot video wall, seating for over 200, full restaurant and bar, VIP deck and more. It's a sports betting paradise. Bet above the rest, and I call it a sports paradise. I've been there recently, and I'm amazed. If you're going to watch a sporting event, you have to go at some point to the Potawatomi Sportsbook because when you do, you will go, wow. Homer sometimes oversells stuff or tries to, but he didn't oversell this. You are there on Mondays with Greg Matzik from 6 until 8. Tell us more.
Correct. Homer, if you're looking to watch any sporting event, that's where you need to be.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And they got good food, and they got great table setups, which you wouldn't necessarily assume at a casino, because some casinos will be like, well, you're going to go there to bet, so we don't really have to set it up that nice. Wrong.
Yeah. Touche. Yeah, wrong.
Man, selling is easy. I could sell Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. That is easy. Yeah. All right, who do we got here? Ryan in Oak Creek. Ryan, you're on Green Bay Nightmare. Gary Ellerson, let her fly.
Hey, I know it was a disappointing loss, but to me, I think they could have won. They could have won at least, but I think the defense kind of messed up. But I know Tackle Kraft is out, but hopefully he comes back pretty soon. But if he does, then I think they might be better at playing. And then to me, they lost today, but they have to play against the Eagles. So the Eagles are 6-2. So how do we beat them? Do you think we can win and beat the Eagles?
Great question.
Get out of there?
Yeah, Gary, how do the Packers beat the Eagles?
Well, they can't make mistakes against the Eagles. I mean, right now, I don't know how many penalties they had today. They got to stop all the penalties. They got to get that straightened out. The penalties are killing them. McMahon's got to make the field goals he's supposed to make. Those two things, to me, have to get cleared up if they want to beat the
Can
Eagles.
I add one more? Because I have it on my Gary Ellerson page. You have not yet said today, you people. So goes the line, so goes the team.
So goes the team.
They better resolve that offensive line, penalties, part of it, and the other stuff, to beat.
But you know what? You know what? If you look at the Eagles team, Homer, they're not rushing for as many yards as they were last year.
Correct. And you know when they're going to...
A lot of this stuff goes in cycles.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to try to do against the Packers?
They're going to run it.
Yes.
Of course. All day. If I watch the film, that's what I'm doing. But I'm just saying, sometimes you have a season where you rush for all these yards and teams come in and try to stop you. Well, that's been the Eagles' problem, too, is their offense can't get going because they are not being able to run the football. That's why they look a little bit different.
By the way, the NFC North now, Packers 5-2-1. Detroit 5-3. The Bears are 5-3. Incredible comeback at the end of the game. They had lost the game. Joe Flacco threw for 1,000,000 yards and had 4 touchdowns. And in the end, the Bears made a 58-yard pass in the final minute to their hotshot tight end from Michigan that they took over the kid from Penn State. Yeah. Green Bay 5-2-1, Chicago 5-3, the Bears 5-3, and Minnesota helping out by beating the Lions. Minnesota is 4-4. So the top and the bottom only differ by a game and a half. So, all right, Ryan, you're on with Gary Ellerson. This is the Green Bay Nightmare. Oh, excuse me, Kevin. What did I say? Just so I know. Ryan, man, that is bad. Kevin.
That's bad, Homer.
It is bad, yes. And I have no defense. Kevin, you're on with Gary Ellerson. Let her fly.
Homer, can you hear me?
Millions are listening, Kevin.
Perfect. Hey, I was at the game today. I rushed out to get you guys on the radio. Love your show. Well, I have two comments. The first one is kind of just a standalone point comment. The second one kind of leads into a question. So the first one is I was listening to the Matt LaFleur press conference, and I wish that media members would grill him a little bit more with tougher questions. I agree his answer was not very good. It kind of reminds me, later in the press conference, he talked about how the 4th and 8, it is what it is. And I remember an old Jerry Seinfeld comedy routine where he said, if you have somebody who says the same phrase twice in the same sentence, they really don't know what they're talking about. It is what it is. business is business.
No,
a deal's a deal. Stuff
he
like
needs.
that.
Hold on. Let me catch him, Kevin. Let me get in. He needs to hire Gary Ellerson. He needs to hire Gary Ellerson because Gary Ellerson told us.
Maybe a good move.
No, Gary Ellerson said is what he should have said. I thought we could score a touchdown on that play, and I was so confident. And if I had to do it again, I would do it again. How about that, Gary? And it doesn't work, so I take all the heat. I'm the head coach. But I do not. I would do it again, given the confidence I had at that time with my quarterback against that defense, even if it's a lie.
Matt LaFleur, he's cocky enough to think I got the perfect play call. And it didn't work.
So but he won't say that for some reason. He wants to be nice and say like, "Hey, I made a mistake" or something. I'll defer to Gary on that because Gary's answer was short and easy and to the point, right? And then you can say what Homer can say or anybody can say, "Well, that's stupid because the play didn't work." Well, but we don't know what he sees, and he's not going to go for it if he thinks they have no chance, right? We do agree with that.
Correct.
Yeah. So you just nailed it. They need to hire Gary Ellerson. Maybe they're listening to this show and they will. Kevin?
Hopefully they do. My second point comment is, which leads into a question is, I am actually the head men's basketball coach at MSOE down in Milwaukee. You should come see us play sometime, Homer. My views and opinions are not reflective of... Yeah, right. They're too smart for me. I just got to know basketball.
That's true.
But my opinions and views are not of the university. They are of my own here. I just really care about the Green Bay Packers. But I will say a job as a head coach is to get an identity for your team that your team can buy in and they can really get behind. And we talked about the Panthers having all these guys out on offense, specifically the offensive line. And the Panthers, despite all that, they're third in the league in rushes per game, and they're fifth in the league in rushing yards per game. And how they call plays, they call them 45% of the time, which is eighth in the league. All right, so that's their identity. Like, they know that that's what they want to do, starters, backups, whatever. For the Packers, on the other side, let me bring it up here, sorry. They pass the ball 29th in the league, 52% of the time, but they're third in yards. And rushing, they call 47% of the time rush plays, which is fourth in the league, but they are 3.8 yards a rush, which is 25th in the league. So I'm just wondering, they're trying to put a square peg into a round hole, and I don't know what the identity of this team is.
Hold on,
Jordan
Ryan.
Love
Kevin.
Very talented.
Hold on, Kevin. Let me just put it this way. They're 29th in pass attempts, but third in yards. They're 47th in rushing attempts and 25th. Why the hell aren't they passing the ball more? How about that? That's not MSOE. How about that? Why the hell? Why are you doing stuff that you don't do as well? And we're going to get it from Gary. He'll answer.
Right. They call rush plays 47% of the time, which is fourth in the league, and their results are not very good. So the comment leading into the question is, what is the identity of this team?
The identity is the head coach is trying to make them a rushing team. Gary, and you're saying that's stupid given what you do well, but maybe you pass just because you're running so much. I don't know. Gary, what do you say? Great.
Well, where for them, the run sets up the pass.
Okay.
So they have to try to run the football. Even though they're not efficient, they have to try to run the football. It works.
Right, because so while they're fourth in attempts and they're only 25th in what they're getting, they need to do it to set up the pass. You believe, Gary, if they didn't run so much, their pass, though they're doing it less, would not be as effective. All right.
No, they wouldn't be because their plays are
okay.
Their whole playbook is set off the run game to make everything mirror one another. If they just drop back and pass, they're going to kill Jordan Love.
All right, unless they would do quick releases, as some of the other teams have done. All right, we will get to Sean. We're going to break. It hasn't changed. This, the Green Bay nightmare. They lost to Carolina 16-13. And if you just joined us, Tucker Kraft, all likelihood gone for the year, torn ACL. Sucks! Next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With $300,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's just it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to best-selling author Shea Serrano. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launch pad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. Time flies when you are running your business. It's getting to be the end of the year. How are you doing? Are your books in order? Do you know what your tax liability is going to be? It's never too early to start planning, but it can be too late. How does the new tax law affect you? Should you be doing anything to take advantage of the changes? Are you using all the strategies available to reduce your taxes? Many business owners ask us what is one thing they can do to make sure they are not leaving money on the table. No one wants to pay more taxes than they have to. We often hear, "I didn't know I could do that." Call us now to see what you can do before it's too late. The first meeting is free. Call 414-325-2040 now. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776.
This is supposed to be Green Bay Game Day. It is now Green Bay Nightmare, because that's what the day is. Not only losing to Carolina 16-13, but worse than that, and I think much worse than that, Kraft appears to be done for the year. Has there been have we got anything official yet on Tucker Kraft, or is it just different people? The Packers have not said anything, right? He's going to do testing.
They're not going to say anything
Right.
now.
It's all speculation.
It's all
as of now.
speculation, but very strong speculation, like speculation that the sun is hot. Tucker Kraft done for the year, torn ACL. Before we get back to Gary, and we've got Sean who's been waiting a week. Window Nation, I think they're good, but 90% customer satisfaction. That's more important than I am because these are people that work with them. When I tell you Window Nation, remember 2 words: right now. They can get it done, not now, but right now, which is perfect because we're getting to the point where you don't want to have it taken care of for the winter. So this November, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big too. 50% off all window styles. Plus, you get 0 interest for 5 years. 50% off all window styles, 0 interest for 5 years. And they will do it, not now, but right now. The sale ends soon, so schedule your free estimate right now at windownations.com. That's windownations.com. Schedule your free estimate right now, and they will do the windows for you right now. All right. I wish it had changed, but it hasn't. Jason Woolley coming up in a bit. Sean, you're on with Gary Ellerson. Let her fly.
Good evening, guys. 3 questions for Gary right off the bat.
Yep.
Our skilled players, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and Romeo Dobbs, are they average, above average, or below average?
Jordan Love.
Above average Jordan Love.
Who were the other ones you had?
Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs, probably average. Josh Jacobs, above average.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to preface it with that. So if we have above average skill levels, it's got to be the coach and the scheme and the play calling that's at fault here. Because I would argue if I'm Brian Gutekunst today, I'm looking at the coach and like, you're giving me 13 points after with the guys I've given you with, not even talking about the defense today, but the heat's on the coach.
Oh, hold on, Sean. To be fair, because I know that Gary's going to come up with the points this year: 27, 27, 10, 40, 27, 27, 35, and 13. There have been 2 bad games, Cleveland and Carolina. But in terms of points, my guess is the Packers are in the top 10. I think they were like 5th into this game. So you can take it from there, but you can't just pick one game. How'd I do, Gary?
You knew where I was going, but go ahead. Let him finish.
All right. He can still finish now.
Yeah. No, okay, fine. But against a subpar team with those skilled players, and yeah, we can talk about the points and everything else in previous weeks, but we're not talking about today's game.
Okay.
Executing this game was awful. And as fans, we should not be happy and let this stand. I mean, it's a greater symptom of Matt LaFleur and his play calling. And if we exit the if we make the playoffs, and if we exit the playoffs early, is Brian Gutekunst going to be like, "Yep, I did all I could," and be like, "Coach, you did a good job too, so I guess I'm not giving you the personnel"?
I think he'll look at all the games rather than just 1 or 2. Right now, the Packers sit at 10th in points scored at 25.8 after that game. But Gary, go ahead. Answers for Sean more important than mine.
Well, I'm trying. You haven't answered the question yet.
Well, is he screwing up where Goody says, I'm giving you more? These guys are above average, average, and you have games like this. What the hell's going on? Should I consider another coach?
Well, I mean, they had a bad game today.
All right. How do you answer that, Sean?
I don't know if I can say they played bad.
No, they had a bad game. You can't have too many bad games.
Yeah, they had a bad game. They're 5-2-1. They had a bad game.
Yep. Leading the division, and you've tried to tell him, and Sean, I can tell you because he's telling me, Homer, when they're good, they're not that good. And when they're bad, they're not that bad. This is who the Packers are, and I'd say it's what you are when you're a good team, not a great team, and you hope it elevates or you have enough good games to where you win the division. How am I doing, Gary?
Homer, what are their next 3 games?
Their next 3 games are You ready?
Yep.
Philadelphia at home a week from tomorrow. They play next Monday. At the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings at home. Followed by at Detroit, Chicago at home, at Denver, at Chicago, Baltimore at home, and Minnesota. That's the rest of the season. And I would say that's looking like, I don't want to say really tough, but there are a lot of games that could go either way. Is that what you would say?
Yes. And I say the next 3 weeks, you'll be able to tell what everybody is.
All right. After the next 3.
Yep.
So, and you'd be happy with the Packers going 2-1.
They could lose, because they could lose to the Giants. So, right? The Giants are a pretty good football team.
Yes, we know the Packers can lose to anyone. I've learned that.
Anybody.
You've convinced anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if they have a major injury. But yes, anybody. Yeah. But the key is, can they beat anybody? I think you would say that too.
Yes. I think Luke Musgrave is going to be okay.
And we will find that out immediately at home against Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Because while it's tough to win on the road, when you're the defending Super Bowl champs, I think you have a little better something to feel like you can win anywhere, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, now we have Jason Woolley coming up, but Gary does not like this when I ask him to give his final words. But I have all my Gary Ellerson stuff now. So goes the line, so goes the team.
Yes, you do.
The offensive line against the Eagles and running the ball, and then the defensive line, how it does against Philadelphia running the ball. Because I know this, if I'm the Eagles and I'm watching this game, I'm going, Saquon, your time is coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're going to see some jumbo packages also with Philly, which means that they're going to have extra tackles in the game. And so did Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh ran that same. I mean, people feel like they can run on the Packers.
Yes, and run right up the middle today, right up the gut.
The Packers, to offset that, got to be able to score points.
Yeah. Yes. You score 10 or 13 points, you're probably going to lose.
Probably going to lose.
And that tells you how good the offense will be. They'll still be 10th in points scored, even you've had 13 and 10. So.
Right.
Yeah, you've made me feel a little bit better, but.
Yeah. Well, let's see how we feel on Friday.
No, I know. And they're.
We got all week.
Tucker Kraft is not just a good player. He was, I don't want to say a leader, but there was a certain way he carried himself that was good for the team.
They'll miss Tucker Kraft. Don't get me wrong.
What?
They will miss Tucker Kraft.
But not as much as you think.
I think Luke Musgrave was going to surprise a lot of people.
He can do.
Show you why
he can do stuff so that the gap, so that the gap is not season-ending, season-defeating.
And I know a lot of people don't like Matt LaFleur, but watch Matt LaFleur scheme up Tucker Kraft against the Eagles. Watch.
Oh, you mean Musgrave against the Eagles?
I'm sorry, Musgrave.
All right.
Yes, watch him scheme him up.
This Packer team is good enough to lose at home to Carolina and good enough to win the next week at home against Philadelphia. Isn't that the way you'd want to leave it?
And bad enough to lose to the Giants the following week. Good night, everybody.
Gary Ellerson, good night, and Jason Wilde next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust AccuTrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, AccuTrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com. alphagroup.com.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
Hey football fans, get ready for kickoff with homemade party must-haves this week at Sendik's. Start with delicious dips, guacamole, pico de gallo, potato chips, and popcorn. Score big with over 20 varieties of homemade sausage and gourmet burgers. Then, stop by Sendik's Deli for homemade salads, side dishes, and even pinta pizzas. All made from scratch every day. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
This is supposed to be Green Bay Game Day. This is actually Green Bay Nightmare because not only losing, Tucker Kraft appears to be out for the season. Joining us now is Jason Wilde. Good afternoon, Jason.
Hi, Homer. How are you?
Terrible because Tucker Kraft's hurt.
Yeah, it really stinks.
I could
really stinks.
I don't want to say I could care less about the game, but I said during the game his health is 10 times more important than the outcome of this game, and maybe Musgrave.
Yeah, because it puts him in really dire straits moving forward. Like I think Musgrave certainly does some good things, but there's a reason why. Ever since Tucker has emerged, he's been so far behind him in terms of opportunities. It's not just the injuries that Luke Musgrave. I mean, they're just completely different players. And I would agree with you. Like, first of all, look, the way they played, they didn't deserve to win. So had they somehow found a way to pull it out, great. But their performance was concerning. But to me, it's one game. You could chalk it up.
if he's healthy, you're like, hey, look, we didn't come to play. We got a big one coming up next Monday. But when you lose him, I was just talking to Jim Polzine about this. Like, what exactly is their offense going to be? Like, they're obviously going to lean on Josh Jacobs because now we've gone from these teams that said, look, we're not going to let Josh Jacobs beat us early in the season and stifling him to now they're playing these the two safeties are up high, keep everything in front of you, and it's working. The Packers are making enough mistakes to short-circuit drives or to screw things up in the red zone, and now they lost, for as much of airtime and print or, I guess, internet time has been spent on the idea of spreading the ball around. It always at its core was after you got Tucker Kraft his touches because he's just such a special player. So it's amazing how a season can take such a wicked turn, and they're still going to play, the final 9 games, but I don't know how you can, without him, because of what he does, not just with his play, but his energy and his leadership. Like he is everything to these guys, and I have a hard time envisioning how they're going to make up for that.
Maybe hurry up. I thought the last time the Packers had the ball, it felt different. Is it just me, or is that an approach they could use with no Kraft, or was it just game and that situation?
Yeah, I mean, look, they've got a lot of wide receiver talent. They could certainly go, they could run a bunch of 5 wides out there, or 4 wides and a back, or they can use they can use Luke Musgrave and attach him to the line of scrimmage or line him up outside. I mean, let's be honest, they still have, and they've got Jaden Reed coming back. They just got Watson back. Dontavion Wicks will be back. So it's not like they don't have any other weapons. It's just Kraft is so comparatively special to everyone else. Like all those guys, they all have good moments. I mean, Watson had another 51-yard catch today. Like there's something unique about him. He's their unicorn. But big picture, what made Kraft so dangerous was that, your quarterback didn't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Get the ball to him with a little bit of space, and he's going to get you. I mean, the fact that 131 of last week's 143 yards for him came off after the catch, I mean, that's what he can do for you. I mean, you don't have to hit, long throws down the field that defenses are trying to deny anyway. You can get him the ball. He can run a dude over. He can elude another guy, and then when he gets knocked down, he can do one of those kips where he leaps to his feet from his back. Like, they just don't have anybody quite like him, and now they don't have him because, as others have said, my understanding is that they fear it's a torn ACL, and they expect the MRI tomorrow to confirm their worst fears.
What do you think LaFleur will do?
Well, look, there were signs today that they can run the football against a team that is playing defense that way, right? I mean, Jacobs averaged over 5 yards a carry, got another touchdown, 17 carries, 87 yards. If this is how teams are going to defend them and try and prevent explosive plays, then you have to run the ball against that. And there were some instances where with the 2 safeties high, they were able to run the ball productively. Now, last week in Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, I mean, he said it going into halftime with his interview with NBC. He said, look, we're not going to let Josh Jacobs beat us. Like, he's their linchpin is the word he used. So now, Josh Jacobs, if this is still how people are going to defend them to prevent Watson and who knows what, poor Matthew Golden leaves with a shoulder injury. None of us even I don't even think we asked about him with LaFleur because, again, the loss of Tucker Kraft is such a devastating blow. But, they still have some let's not lose sight of the fact that they got a bunch of really good offensive pieces still. The question is, today Jordan Love made some plays that I thought he was better than, right? I mean, the interception that he throws to Watson into triple coverage, on first down, as you like to point out about that throw at the end of the 49ers game. I mean, I don't know what happens with him on those. Like, I can almost excuse the fourth down one because then you're just sort of, trying to make something happen. But again, that was pretty dangerous too. Like, if Mike Jackson doesn't drop that, he may have a clear 103-yard run to the end zone.
Jason, I said it before, it hasn't changed. That's who he is.
Yeah, I like to believe, especially since I do believe in the Homer rule about young players, but he's not a young player anymore, obviously.
Right.
Today's his 27th birthday. But I really did. I mean, I thought, you look at the way he played the last three games, and there were the two instances in the game in Pittsburgh, right? The one to Kraft where Love admitted after the game, I didn't know where it was going, and I was hoping nothing bad would happen. I don't know how often you heard Aaron Rodgers say he didn't know where the ball was going, and he hoped nothing bad would happen. And then the other one to Watson, he said he committed a mortal sin, laid over the middle. Now, both those turned out to be big plays. I did find myself thinking, if it was a little bit, and I've always maintained this about Favre, as remarkable as that night had been in Oakland in 2003, where he, has this incredible night after losing his dad, and those guys all around him elevated their games to such a degree that night. I always thought that was, in the long run, his undoing, because then he decided that he could play like that all the time. And like during that 2005 season, he did it constantly, because no matter what he threw, his teammates grabbed it, right? Double coverage to Javon Walker, touchdown. Throwing to Wesley Walls, who'd done nothing that season, touchdown. And so, but my thought was, after what happened last week, and on a much, much smaller scale, I found myself watching a couple of those throws by Love today and thought, well, he's kind of, the Favre part of him is coming out again. And this time, the results were not positive.
Talking with Jason Wilde. All right, as far as the defense, I don't whatever they played and gave up 2 points, it's 2nd and 10 at midfield. The quarterback for Carolina is horrible. He's not any good. He can't throw, and they give up a 19-yard run right up the gut.
Well, look, their run defense coming in, that's to me, and again, the loss of Kraft casts a pall over everything else, obviously. But they came in, I have the stat here, they came in
as a good rushing team.
Third in the NFL in run defense terms of allowed per game, and 4th in yards per attempt. Because sometimes, the yards per game there was that one year where the Packers, was it 2011, where they were like number 2 against the run because teams were constantly playing catch up and throwing the ball a bunch. Like the yards per attempt at 3.73 coming in tells the whole story. Like they were stopping the run effectively on a down-to-down basis. They weren't just benefiting from teams playing from behind or something. And so that was a legit good run defense. Now, they lost Colby Wooden, who had been their best run defender, who everyone was raving about during the week. They lost him to a shoulder injury early in the game. And, Devontae Wyatt is back, but he certainly didn't seem to do much. They had one of their other defensive tackles, Warren Brinson, inactive. They just got cooked by Rico Dowdle. Like he was one of the best players on the field. He was certainly the best player.
No, he's good. Part of the loss was because they changed the running backs from Hubbard to him. It was a huge move and a wise one.
But by the way, and there were a couple of times where Bryce Young held the ball, but mostly the idea was get the ball out of his hand. But I mean, I don't know. I did not hear Micah Parsons' name called very often.
Nope.
And I did not hear Rashawn Gary's name called very often. So, and not everyone's going to have a blockbuster game every single week, but again, those are the guys that you're counting on, and for them to be largely non-factors is a tough deal.
All right, we got time for one more question, though I do want to get to the injury report. We talked about it. Postgame injury report presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com today for info. And again, it appears to be almost a given, but not officially announced, that Kraft is gone for the year with a torn ACL. So,
again, they do a. So I always try to explain to people, because there's been instances like one of Tausch's ACL tears.
Mm-hmm.
They did this test on the field and it did not show. They call it the drawer test, where the doctor puts his hands on the backside of your knee and they pull forward and they can feel the looseness if you've torn the ACL. And in this case, I'm sure they felt it right away. And Tucker, I mean, you could see he is on the ground not only in pain, but he's like holding his face mask. He's just inconsolable. And so their suspicion will almost certainly be confirmed by the MRI. Like, very rarely does it go the other way. Like in Tausch's case, they thought he only tore his MCL, and then he went into surgery and woke up and he got his ACL repaired, and now suddenly his season was over. So I don't wish that on anybody.
And lastly, I'm incapable of comprehending 4th and 8 from the 13 with 11 minutes to go. With all the injuries, I don't think that Matt LaFleur is capable of understanding game, time, and situation. I don't think he's capable of it, because I don't know how you can not kick a field goal given the factors that existed at that point in the game. And I heard his answer, which was basically no answer. Just tell me what you were thinking before the play. And not only that, because you set incredible standards of doing things wrong, you used a timeout, which if you think the game is going to be close, you don't use a timeout. You may need them all at the end of the game. So he doubled down on stupidity, which I'll defer to what you think. I can't comprehend it. This is not the first time. I don't know how he comes to that. How does he, Jason?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I think again, we have our little conversations as stuff is going on, and Jim's to the left of me, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. And we're all saying the same thing. We're like, what? Wait a minute, there's 11 minutes left. Kick the field goal. And then I thought, well, maybe he isn't going to burn a timeout. He'll take the delay, and it's just 5 yards,
right,
and McManus will make this. It's largely
an extra
shot
point
anyway.
Yeah.
Right. And instead, that not only do they call the timeout, but then, he calls a play that LaFleur explained later. He's calling a post to Watson, and it's covered. And so then you got Love running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to make something out of nothing. I mean, it was just bad all around. It was a bad decision. It was a bad play call. I mean, it's just, you can't do that.
Well, so Gary Ellerson had what to me is the only answer, and that is he just believed he could score a touchdown. That's easy. We can score a touchdown. And he has to have some level of confidence.
Make it the right decision.
Well, right, but I mean, it's
like, just because you believe it.
Oh.
Like the smart play there, because look, your defense, you mentioned it. Bryce Young stinks. Like, he won today with a 48 passer rate.
Yes.
Like, their offense is doing nothing other than running the ball effectively, which is certainly a problem. But like, if you have any belief in your team, you kick the field goal there, right, to make it 13-9.
Yeah, then you can
You're
score.
right. Then you can. Then you're going to get the ball back, even with the limited number of possessions that you had. You're going to get the ball back, and hey, maybe they hold the Panthers to a field goal on their next drive, which ultimately they did, right? In terms of after the Packers tied the game. Maybe you hold them to a field goal, and now you still need a touchdown to go tie the game anyway. So why you decide to go with the clock where it is there? I don't understand it. But to LaFleur's credit, I know you didn't like his answer, but his answer was honest. It was a bad decision. Quote, bad decision.
Again,
I mean, it's just
as
stupid.
you would say to your kids, okay, how and what were you thinking when you made the decision? Yes, it was a bad decision to jump off the bridge into the body of water. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. What were you thinking when you did it?
They're thinking, well, it's not that high. I'll be fine.
All right, what's he
That's
thinking?
what they're thinking, right?
What's
and
he thinking?
He's thinking, well, we can get a touchdown here, which was unrealistic, just like jumping off a bridge.
And clearly he's not thinking. He has no concept of timeout. Again, how many players he's missing at the time.
The timeout, they're lucky. I mean, they lost the game, so it doesn't matter. But they could have also been in a situation
where that timeout use cost them.
Where you don't have that to stop the clock, and you really desperately need it. So, yeah, that was...
But he's shown before he has no clue with timeouts. I don't think he has any clue of time management game situation. I think it's like, this play will work. Let's do it. There's no other explanation for the level of incompetence given his intelligence.
Yeah, I don't. Like, there were some other colleagues of mine that were saying, he's not a good big game coach. Well, this wasn't a big game.
Correct.
He's just, so I'm not sure what to think of that. I think you can say in a critical moment, he may, like, it was funny. Can't remember who said this while we were watching it unfold, but like, it was a similar situation back in the NFC Championship game in 2020 when you're going against Tom Brady, who you're worried about being able to make all kinds of plays, right? And he opts for a field goal in the same situation there. And yet here, it should have been reversed. Should have gone for the touchdown way back then. And here he should have kicked the field goal. And that's what coaching is, though.
No, I stand to the belief he has no concept of game management in terms of time situation. He just looks at plays. This play will work. What's the time? What's the score? Who are you playing against on that given day at that time? There's nobody who can argue my point because there's no logical explanation for decisions he's made other than that. He didn't care.
Yeah, one good. And
it's not the first time, right?
Also true. We can agree on that as well.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
All right, Homer. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde, all Packers all the time. I'll close on this Green Bay nightmare, or daymare, actually, I guess, next.
More Green Bay game night coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Run 40% alcohol by volume.
Homer here for Window Nation's end-of-the-year sale. This November, you'll save big with 50% off all window styles, plus you could get 0% financing for 5 years. Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills and come with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation even has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Don't miss out on 50% off and 0 interest for 5 years. Visit windownation.com to get started.
Fans, don't let dirt and road grime bench your car this October baseball season. Step up to the plate with Tsunami Express Car Wash, where every visit delivers the MVP shine. With unlimited washes, fast lane access, and free vacuums, you can keep your ride looking like a champion all season long for less than $1 a day. And with 7 Milwaukee area locations, including New Berlin, it's easy to score big no matter where you're headed. Join the winning team today at TsunamiExpress.com. That's Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
The last segment means that Will gets to add anything he wishes that has not been said or he just thinks is so good that needs to be said. Yes?
The one thing that stuck out to me the most, I do believe we did reference this, but the first half points for the Packers in the past 6 games, 3, 13, 10, 6, 7, 6. It's going to be hard to beat any team in the NFL when you get off to a slow start like that. Nonetheless, a good team that they're going to see in the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday. I do really agree with what Tausch said, where he said, this is a good team that's played great. I don't think we can call them a Super Bowl level talent-wise team anymore. I also don't think we can fully blame Matt LaFleur for the struggles of this team anymore, although it does not help that the guy leading this team is holding the map upside down and not really leading them in the right direction. Look at the Bears, Ben Johnson. He's won them games as a coach. Matt LaFleur is a net negative for the Green Bay Packers as a head coach. And when the team maybe isn't as good as we thought they were initially, that's just not going to help you. And they've given us every reason to make us not believe that they are Super Bowl contenders despite all the moves they made in the offseason and the, at times, fantastic play from their both sides of the ball.
And I will close with the standings in the NFC North. Because the Vikings beat the Lions, the Bears, with an incredible comeback to win, was it 58-yard pass to the tight end with
to Colston
30 seconds left. So, know this. Packers are off until next Monday night, hosting Philadelphia. Packers 5-2-1, Detroit 5-3, the Bears are 5-3, and the Vikings are 4-4. Between first and last in the NFC North, only a game and a half. 5-2-1, 5-3, 5-3, and 4-4. That'll do it for what's normally known as Green Bay Game Day, but this will be known as Green Bay Nightmare, given the loss and, more importantly, Tucker Kraft, it would appear, gone for the year with a torn ACL. The expectation is an announcement by the Packers probably tomorrow after they do the appropriate tests. What follows the nightmare? Do we have... we
got prime time.
Prime time. The only thing that could be worse is if you were a Toronto Blue Jays fan.
That would be brutal.
That was tough. They're played well, played great. And as the owner of the Dodgers said right after the game when they gave him the award, we were really lucky. That's what he said. He wasn't asked if they were lucky. He just said we were really lucky, and they had a historic performance by a pitcher that covered everybody's butt. And I guess that's why they say pitching is everything, or can be, and defense the same way.
It was one of the most memorable World Series in a while, though.
Yeah, it was fabulous. There's a guy who thinks he's had this incredible game. You don't even know his name, but he thinks he's won it with maybe a grand slam, and he's going to be the star, the MVP, and people go, and instead they caught the ball in a weird way, and then
it's incredible.
No, we lose by a guy who hits a home run. The only reason he's in the game is for his defense. He had 7 home runs. He couldn't hit a home run normally in a Little League park. This is the guy that hits the home run. We're 2 outs away from winning the World Series.
Only in baseball.
Yeah. There's no, the people that were the most surprised with a home run were not Toronto. Their closer has given up home runs. Were the Dodgers. And even the guy said, like, oh, my God. I mean, we expected he made good defensive plays, and it was a huge change to put him in there. But they would have thought he would swim to the moon before he'd hit a home run.
Yeah.
And it's forever, and I don't know how long it would take if I was with Toronto, because you may never get that close again.
It felt like everything went right for them when it needed to until that last inning.
Yes, until
heartbreak.
9th inning, 2 outs away. 2 outs away. I think baseball players handle it better than fans, because baseball players are they're used to craziness. I mean, this hurts, but they can't ever say that anything really surprises them, because it happens all the time. All right, that'll do it. ESPN National next. Packers are off till a week from tomorrow. They don't play at home until next Monday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. Next.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER